Well, at this time you can see the Eric Jarris, the spectral dwarf buddy ahead of you. He's kind of reached this this crossroads in the way you can go. It looks like the forest has sort of a ridge line that you could walk along, or it has a large river that you could walk along. And he kind of turns back to you all and he says, "Right, well, I guess we're starting our way up into the mountains. Which way would you like to go? There's a bit of a rocky pass there on the ridge line you could walk along, or there's this river down here that we could traverse easily along the banks of. What you thinking?"
Well, I'd prefer the river. That way you keep it at your side, you know where you're going, can't get lost, and less chance of me falling over. But it makes us more easy pickings, so it's a difficult decision. But I'm one for the easy way.
Right, we got one for the river then.
Minea she's just kind of shrugs and she's like, it doesn't matter to me. River, I guess.
Yeah, it doesn't really matter to me. As long as we find this bell lady, I like to do this job.
River it is then. Good decisions all around.
Right, then the river it is. We'll walk our way up. Alright, so as you guys progress, you are walking along this nice, beautiful river. You can see it's coming down the side of the mountain up ahead of you from one of the peaks of Asgard's peaks. And you can see at some point just up above maybe a little waterfall or some rapids. You're not quite sure at this distance. You see the snow line change, and you can see the river actually kind of gains a sheet of ice on top of it quite far up near the peak. And as you guys progress, you can look around for different things. So even though he's not here, Edward, he instructs you that you can all sort of look for herbs, and he will harvest them for you. So as we go along, we'll do an herb check, and I'll get both of you just to roll it and see what it is. First off, it's a D20 to determine if there is any herbs in the area. And since it'll come at advantage because you have an herbalist with you, you each get to roll a single D20. And that, I guess... Yeah, all three, and I'll take the top two. That's how we'll do it. So all of you roll a 3, and then I take the top 2. Yeah. Yeah, we're definitely going to clear it already. There we go. So you'll get 2 different ones. I'll go ahead and bring it up quickly. And because we chose river, that means that we have a specific types of plants that are growing in the area. If we would have chose the ridge line, you would have gotten the mountain one. However, we're going to go into herbalism. This is all under Edward's stuff quickly. We can all go take a look at, you can all see it. And then we're going to go to herbalism tables. So there's a list of all the ingredients: Arctic common, forest, blah blah blah. I want to go to like a river one, maybe even swamp. Coastal is pretty good, water and coastal. Just something wet, because we're traveling right alongside the river, and there's going to be specific things. So we'll go water, coastal, and who were the 2 highest? Anyways, it looks like it's Hugo and Minea. So Hugo and Minea, you can each roll a D12 on the water, coastal ingredients to see what we find, and I'll give you guys a little description of the plants too and what they might be used for. And nat 1s on this D12 are nothing, essentially.
I got an 8.
Oh, I didn't. I was like, where's the other one? But it's above. Okay, 8 and 4. So there is some lavender sprig kind of growing up on the banks of this river. You can tell this river floods probably, and then it goes down again. And right now the water is right up at the edges of where this river is, and there's water kind of running alongside some lush green foliage. And amongst it you find these lavender sprigs, and Edward kind of points it out. He's like, "Oh yes, they're right there. That's some lavender." And then number 4, hyacinth nectar. Ooh, interesting. So, now we go to the herbs, and that'll tell you what it is. We had some hyacinth nectar, which I think is actually just the flowers and nectar. It's a blue and white thick liquid that can be extracted from the hyacinth, and it grows near wet areas, obviously. This nectar is of high demand and is often used for trained guards to counter poisons that evil people attempt to use on them. While it does not cure the means of poison, it severely limits its effects. So there you go. I would consider that an anti-poison ingredient. And so you guys will also roll to see how many you harvest, and that is on that same herbalism table. But we'll do that right away. The next one was lavender sprig. They are common amongst green environments and have a distinct sweet smell. They grow in patches, however the taste is extremely bitter. I would consider this just maybe a cooking ingredient.
Perfume.
Exactly. So, they have little modifiers beside them, and this one says coastal only on lavender, which I'm just going to ignore. And hyacinth has nothing. So you guys will just roll I believe it's D6. I'm going to go back to the top. There's the herbalism kit handout as well that has all the rules essentially on how to use it and all that. Because you have Edward here, I'm going to allow this to just be used by the group for now. And yeah, it is a D6. So go ahead and roll D6s to see how much of each you guys get of what you get. All right, 4, and that 8 was the lavender sprig, so you can go ahead and add 4 lavender sprigs to your equipment. And Minea, go ahead and roll me a d6. Wow, you get 5 of these hyacinth nectars, we'll call them, and you can add that to your inventory. So all of the the herbs that are on that list, you can take those to alchemists, or if anybody gains the alchemy proficiency somehow, then you can use your alchemy tools to brew things, and I'll let you know what they are when we get to that point. But for now, yeah, you guys got all that in your inventories, your equipments?
Yours, thank you very much. Oh, good eyes there, Redwood. I don't know, put it in some water? Make some perfume? Or just smelling water? I don't know.
Makes
where
good tea.
where do I find the spelling for hyacinth?
That will be in Edward's stuff under PCs. So under the player characters, Edward has his own thing where he has all this stuff. And then in herbalism, which will be a folder under Edward's stuff, under PCs, you'll find all the herbalism stuff. And then you can go to herbs or herbalism tables, and they'll have the spelling for hyacinth nectar. But I could also probably spell it. I'll probably spell it wrong, though. I think that's how it is. Oh, there's an N. Weird. Hyacinth. Hyacinth. So there you go. You can add 5 of those hyacinth nectar to your inventory.
Perfect.
All right. So you guys continue to travel up this river, and you harvest quite a bit of different things, lavender and hyacinth. And now we are at the point. Let's get there. Where you're about to start traversing up into the snowy parts. You're into the transition of the snowy parts now. And you guys reach sort of a cliff face. And the spectral dwarf kind of looks back towards you guys, and Eric, and he looks back to you and he says,
Right, well, I hope you can climb. I've got enough strength for me and maybe somebody on my back, if they're small enough. But the rest of you will have to find your way up. Do you have any climbing skills?
Something like that. How high is the cliff face?
it looks to be about 100 feet. And it continues on for quite a few miles in each direction. You can see at points it's even higher. Here at this point is one of the lower points because the water that is running alongside this this large now waterfall. You're at the point where you saw like kind of what might be a waterfall or a rapids, and you see it's this large waterfall. And yeah, it's about 100 feet, and it gets higher at different points to the other sides.
Right. Well, is anyone uncomfortable with climbing? If so, I can try and help with that.
I mean, I should be good. I've climbed a lot of ropes.
Okay, so that's one for good.
I'm not so sure I'm good at climbing.
Okay, so you'll be with me. How about the other two?
I can turn into a spider.
And you see Edward, the herbalist druid, turns into a giant spider, and he says, before he does that, he says,
And I'll take Drya on my back.
and so he kind of, you see Drya get up onto this spider. She's like, oh, I guess so. And she kind of mounts his as in spider form.
Well, yeah, I'll meet you up there, guys. You, go on ahead and... Oh, by the way, I like the tunes you were playing earlier. They really got me in the mood. I wonder if they'd, help the guys out right now. Everyone loves a good little climbing tune.
Minea's just kind of like looking over, like.
Hey, look, they need every bit of luck they can get.
She takes out the lute and just kind of like hands it to her mage hand to just kind of strum along a little bit.
Hey, there we go.
Right, do you play anything that could maybe inspire us a little bit or something like that? Do you got any kind of magic for that? Give us a little bit of
Hello.
strength or something?
Parson will definitely need it.
Yeah, I do.
Actually, wait. Parson. Do you have rope?
Yeah. I do have rope.
Can I borrow your rope for a second?
Sure. It's yeah, there you go.
And Eric, can you just come here a second? And I'm gonna try and make you a nice little belt. I'm gonna try and wrap the rope around the dwarf. Does it work, or does it just pass through him?
Oh, it will pass through him. Yeah,
Oh.
that kind of that interaction wouldn't work because it's an object. So he kind of like goes to grab the rope, and he's like,
Oh, that's a bit odd.
well,
As if so, I mean, I can make it easy for you to scale that.
I think if you wanted to, you could probably tie it to the giant spider, maybe. I don't know what you're thinking, though.
I don't know. I can just make Parson a little bit light on his feet, you know, and he'll just come along, glide along, you know. I'll just levitate him a little bit.
Right, I think that would work.
Are you okay with that, Parson? Because that might be easier for you to get up. And that way, if you
I
begin to
mean-
fall, you won't actually fall.
I mean, yeah, that's fine. I'm good with it.
Just remember, though, you gotta keep your hands on the wall, and just make sure you feel secure, okay?
Sounds good.
So how do I use this bardic inspiration?
If you just click on it, and basically it'll just... That's just letting us know that you've used it, and then just minus off the use of it, basically.
There we go.
So, I'm not sure how many uses you have on it.
I got 3 left.
yeah, you would have been
Which
full.
case- Yeah, when you short rest, you refill them all. So, how many do you get?
4 right now, I believe.
Yep.
Yep. All right. And so, who are you giving it to, Parson, or who?
I think it was Parson.
Yep, that'd be good.
Yeah, he needs to look. Oh, nice little tune there. Good choice. So, whenever you're ready, just let me know, okay? And I'll help you up there, okay? Us two will meet you up there. Got it?
Sounds good.
All right. Well, because Edward and Dryad are together, they already succeed because he has a climbing speed. So you just watch
Yeah.
the thing walk up there. Eric is gonna start doing his stuff. Everybody roll acrobatics or athletics as you guys climb up.
I'm not climbing up.
All right. You can do whatever you're gonna do.
Yes. And
What am I doing?
I'll turn to you and say, "Oh, you don't have to climb if you don't want. I've got you covered."
She's just kind of shrugs and she's like, okay.
Oh, Eric. All right. We've got Parson with 20 here. This is great. Did you use your bardic inspiration?
Yeah.
Yeah, I would assume. Okay.
Actually, no, you didn't, because it's a D8 right now.
No, I forgot. I mean,
You
I can
don't
burn
have to
it.
use it. You can choose after you've made your roll.
That is
Oh,
true.
okay.
Actually, yeah, you wouldn't have used it yet.
Because it's pretty much like you make the roll. So say if you got like a 14, you might choose, "No, what? I'm going to use bardic inspiration."
Yeah, but with a
Yeah.
nice 20 there, that looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Okay. So how are you two getting up? Hugo and Minea?
I'm waiting for them to get to the top, so I know where I'm going.
All right. Well, you see. Okay, smart. You see that Eric fails halfway through. Parson and Dry and everybody else get up, but he kind of falls all the way down, and he lands, and you kind of see him shake it off, and he's like,
Right, well, I've fallen before. That's not that bad. I think I can do it again. Anyways, how are you all getting up? Because that was a bit embarrassing.
Just gonna follow you up once you get up there. Yeah, I just want to make sure I know where I'm heading to.
Right,
Just
well,
give me a good old wave once you're at the spot.
I think I've got it this time. You know what I'm doing. I've seen the new path, right? So I'm gonna do it better.
all right. Well, with 22, he makes it up much better. He takes a different path, and he weaves his way, and you can see his strengthly, muscly dwarven form makes it quite easy for him to climb up. And now it's just the two of you at the bottom.
May I have your hand, madame?
And she just kind of like gingerly gives him her hand and she's just like, okie dokie.
Grasp it, and we'll disappear into a puff of smoke.
What? And as she's saying what, she like just reflex grabs your hand, like grasps it.
As we shall appear at the very topsy.
Nice, beautiful. Yep, this is a great spell. So you just boop, a little door opens up, and you can see.
No, it's the thing. The cloak.
Oh, you're using it with the cloak. Oh, cool.
Yeah, I
You're doing
don't
it
have
from-
fourth level spell yet.
Oh yeah, that's right. I was like, oh, sick. Anyways, no, that's right. Okay, cool. So, well, how about you flourish it a little bit? Let me know how it looks then.
Well, basically, as soon as you grab your hands, you see the cloak just like glow for a second before literally we teleport all the way up there, leaving behind a puff of smoke as we leave, like it going all over basically. One sec, let me just disappear. Yeah, and we appear and there's just a bit of smoke that drifts over the area.
Wonderful.
Manea is like, the heck? And she like turns around and kind of looks over the edge of the cliff like, how the fuck?
Hey, you've got to do things with flair, right? I figured you'll be
It's a
all
cool
for
trick.
this.
It's fair. I am. It's pretty cool. And she's just kind of like tries to like settle her face, but she's clearly like, wow, that was so cool.
Oh, figured you'd appreciate it the most. Well, Well, I guess we all made it up safely, apart from you, Eric, but I'm sure that was just more ego than hurt bottom.
Right, I tried to make it up too fast the first time. Probably should have taken a look at it.
Well, we're here now. Good work, by the way, everyone.
All right,
Especially
yes.
you, Parson. You just demolished that. Well done.
Well, yeah, I've been climbing almost as long as, well, or a long time. We'll just say a long time.
Oh, good work, good work.
All right, I guess we'll push on then. It looks like it's getting a bit frosty up ahead. How do you manage to, keep your all selves warm? Do you have a little bit of magic or something you could use?
No.
All right, I
If
think
we were
Try
to
is...
stop, then yes, but right now, no.
Oh, I thought she... Yeah, okay. All right, well, what Edward's going to do is he's going to change into a big brown bear, and he says,
All right, everyone. You can, ride on top of me and lean into me and get a little bit of heat, on top of my back. Whoever needs it.
and you see he changes into a large, giant bear, a brown bear. And Drya is definitely on top riding him. She's like kind of cold.
I'm just gonna walk next to him, but like hug, basically.
Sounds good.
Manea's going to like clamber on top of the bear and just kind of like huddle into Drya like, ah.
Just gonna like wrap my coat up and button it up real good and be good to go.
All right, sounds good. So everyone's kind of huddled around. You see Eric is fine. He's got some leathers and stuff that he's wearing. Okay, so we've got how many people around him? 3, and then Parson. Okay, so Eric's going to lead the way. I'm just going to get like a little bit of a marching order as you guys go up. You can see now at this point there's snow on top of the mountainside, and you're getting into more of a thick forest. And outside of this frozen river, it becomes a bit harder to move. So as you guys progress away from the waterfall and the cliff face that you just climbed, you get to more of a frozen part, and you can see there's a little bit of a part where you're almost getting towards these peaks. And inside of the 3 peaks, there's probably a little valley, something like that. And as you're going up, you start to move on top of the ice. At one point, Eric looks towards the river, and he's like,
Right, the ice is good now here. It's frozen thick enough. We can all walk on top of it. It'll make it a bit easier.
because up until that point, it was getting a little bit difficult to walk in the deep snow. So at this point, you're transitioning now on top of the river, and Eric says,
Right, I saw her walking up this way, and she said she was going to the peaks, so I assume this is the way she's going. I'll take you up a little bit further to the first peak here, and then you can walk around and see if you find her. And then on the way back, maybe you can help me. We can maybe try and find some apes to kill or something.
Yeah, sounds great. Hugo's just like shivering a little bit.
all right. So yeah, at this point, Eric is also kind of trying to find any tracks that he can. And he kind of asks for all of your help. Now that you're getting up into this snowy area, it's a lot more difficult to see because there's you're getting to that point where the clouds are as well. You're very, very high up now. And he needs a little bit of help with the survival check, so he asks for help. He turns to all of you and he says,
Do any of you know how to do some tracking? I might need a little bit of help now that we're up here. We might be able to find signs of her in the snow or something. It holds tracks very well.
Hugo just shakes his head.
I could try.
What do you class as tracking? Perception?
for this, I would allow perception because it's the beginning, and then once we get into the actual following a track, I use survival.
Okay. In which case, both up me.
Yeah, so if you want to participate in the first perception check, that's fine. Or Parsons kind of volunteered. You can all kind of join in. And then either you can have him roll, either of you two roll, or somebody roll with advantage.
I'm proficient in survival, but like, you know, not by like a lot.
Nah, I'm not. I'm good.
You know what? Drya will speak up. She'll be like, actually, I'm really good at looking at things if you want me to. And so yeah, we'll have him and Drya roll. Why not?
Hugo just gives a big thumbs up.
Okay, yeah. I was gonna say unless you guys want to get involved in it.
Oh, go right ahead.
So that's Drya. The +4 is not there. I didn't even realize that's on her sheet right now. So she gets the 12, and then we'll see what Eric does. Okay. Luckily, Drya, on top of this big bear, is able to see a slight depression in the fresh cover snowfall. It looks like there's almost a perfect sheet of snow, except for one small area where it's depressed maybe just an inch or two, very, very almost imperceptible, as this area gets a lot of snowfall. However, she kind of points over there while she's like clutching to the bear. She's like, I see some tracks over that way, just off the main river, about, a mile or two ahead. And Eric kind of slaps the bear and her on the back. She's patting them both. He's like, right, you found it. I see it now. All right, we got to get up a little bit farther on this river, and then we'll be able to start following her in and see where she went. All right, so just refresh me on the marching order. I actually do want to get you guys just stacked up. Parson, where are you at?
Well, since everybody's kind of hanging close to the bear and Eric's leading, I'm gonna say I'm gonna hold up the rear.
Okay, sounds good. And how far do you want the bear to stay back, the people around the bear, from Eric? And how far do you want to be back, Parson?
Honestly, the way you've got it on there looks good to me.
Okay. And people on the bear, what do you think about the positioning? Do you want to be farther away from Eric, closer to him as you travel?
I'm just happy with the bear, trying to keep me as warm as I possibly can.
Nice.
Yeah,
You can
I
tell
love
it's nice. He's really warm. And even before that, actually, Edward would have given you a bunch of clothing too. So I will say that anybody who kind of needed a cloak or a shirt could take it. So he gives his shirt to like Drya and a cloak to either of the two of you. Because he doesn't need that stuff as he's a bear. And the bear gives off a lot of heat. All right. This works for me. So, as you guys get up closer to the peak, now we are going to do survival rolls. This is a group survival roll check to see, once you get up to that area, if you can find through the river area, to see if you can see off to the side where the beginning of her trail would have begun. Because now you know it's there. Oh. We're
Well,
just
that oughta
starting
help.
like that. Nat 20!
I was gonna say I blinked. Are we all rolling survival?
Yep, yeah, we're all going to roll survival as a group check, and then we'll see how it goes. A nat 20, though, is going to really help with it. And I'm just going to roll your 3 until, I see if it's good enough. I can definitely tell this is going to be good enough. So, perfect. I just need to do some things. So stand by as I let you know what happens here. Okay. As you guys move through the river, the snow continues to pile up. You're moving to the very peaks of this now, into the sort of clouded areas, and you're just below the clouds. The rest of the peaks are sort of sheer cliffs, and they're circular spires that just go up and up and up. And they reach beyond the cliff face, and if somebody was maybe like a perfectly skilled climber or something, they could ascend them, but they look very difficult and jagged to ascend beyond. And you're going to kind of move off to the right eventually of these peaks once you find this trail. And Parson, eventually you do find off to the right, as you guys are sort of traveling northward, there is the path of Belle's footprints. It is a single path of feet, and you see it's covered in snow for sure, but you were ready for that because you guys passed your checks earlier, so you knew exactly what you were looking for. And once you found it, it seemed the whole group kind of all saw it at once as you came around a corner. At that point, though, Eric, you hear him kind of, yelling to himself. He's like, "Yes, we found it. All right, we'll get going." And he's about to start to step off into the right-hand side when you see some movement coming down from the clouds at the very edge, and it looks like what looks to be the beginning of an avalanche. However, oh wait, now I need you to roll me a perception check, because all you see right now is sort of a white flowing mass of something.
Oh no.
I might have to get involved here.
Hey, Manea.
All right, Manea, as everyone's kind of trying to make out this white mass of what looks to be snowfall coming down the side of the mountain, it's gleaming in the last bits of the sunlight. It looks like it's going to be maybe sunset pretty soon, in an hour or two, and then it'll be darkness. But for now, you're still in sort of late afternoon, and the sun is high in the sky, and it's kind of making a big blurry mess of this white snowfall. But you keep getting glimpses of something shiny in the middle of it, something very luminescent and white. And then all of a sudden you start to see scales, and you see a tail and some claws, and eventually what looks to be a full wing covered in scales. And in that moment, you're able to put together that these are dragons, and they're using this snowfall cover, this fake avalanche, to cover their movement a little bit. But you've seen through it. You've cracked the case, essentially. And you have the ability now to warn everybody that these are 4 dragons. You count them out in just a moment's glance. You can see 4 sets of wings, and they don't belong together to one thing. It's 4 separate entities. They look small. They're about 10 feet across, so they're not large dragons. You just fought giant apes, which are about the same size, maybe, different dimensions in different areas, but very similar. And you can tell that from what you know about dragons, which is pretty prevalent knowledge for most people right now as the world is in a battle against different dragon races, that these are probably young dragons. So with your perception, you're able to crack the case, like I said, and you're able to warn everybody. You'll all get, after Manea warns you, I assume, you'll all get some time to prepare some actions. So Manea, you can sort of let everyone know, and you can all sort of talk for a bit about what's happening and what you're going to want to prepare as this is starting to come down the mountain.
Okay. Manea's going to, her eyes are gonna grow, really wide, and she's gonna be like, "Nope, guys, there's dragons. They're about the size of the gorillas. There's 4 of them. What the hell?"
Yeah, Hugo's just staring, just dumbfounded.
Oh. That sucks. Yeah.
Yeah, Hugo's not taking any action. He just seems shocked right now.
So quick question. Am I allowed to use one of my spells to like as a reaction to seeing these dragons?
Yeah, totally. So, I know I have them positioned within about 120 feet of you right now, on the map. However, they're still sort of up there because you actually passed that high level perception check, which was a 22. And yeah, so they're gonna have to on their combat turn. I'll just let you know right now. They're going to use all of their motion, which is 240 feet. Action and movement. So that's why I'm giving you all essentially a whole surprise round. So you'll all be able to take a full action and do stuff. However, at this point, they are still 360 feet away from you, plus. Or I guess minus,
Okay.
just a little bit.
How fast are they traveling?
It looks like they're
how
going to
fast-
travel about 240 feet every second, so about 40 feet per second. But on a turn, they would travel normally 120 feet. And they're doing a combination of what like looks to be running, leaping, flying, landing, kicking up snow, running, flying, leaping, landing, kicking up snow, running, flying, leaping, landing, kicking up snow. And that's how they're creating this sort of like rolling avalanche down the mountainside.
Okay, and last question is how many people can I? Because the thing I want to use, the spell I want to use as a reaction, is invisibility. But I don't know how many people I can run and touch.
All right, so you have 3 people around you, and you have one person who you could maybe touch in Eric, the ghost, or Parson up ahead. Oh, whoops, and these are switched around. Sorry. As Parson was in the back. Yeah, so you could touch everybody there, dismount, and touch one of the other people in your turn, but I don't think you'd have enough movement to get back to the other person and get everyone.
Got it. And then second question is, it says anything the target is wearing or carrying is invisible as long as it is on the target's person. Can I yell, everybody get on the bear? And then turn the bear invisible?
No, we wouldn't be invisible. It'd only be the bear.
Are you sure? Because it says anything the target is wearing or carrying is invisible as long as it's on the target's person. So if I say, everybody get on the bear...
We're not objects. At least while I'm alive, I'm
Ping
a
it out.
creature.
Yeah,
it's
I don't
dead.
think
No, 'cause
it's
you're...
creatures, but we'll see, because it would be objects on.
Yeah.
It
If
doesn't
I was a dead
necessarily
body, then
say
sure.
objects, though. It says anything the target is wearing or carrying is invisible as long as it is on the target's person.
Holy. Okay. You
In which
know what?
case,
I'm
I
going
can
to
tell
go...
you it's not intended, but yeah. Because that is a higher level spell, is what you're asking for.
I'm going to the internet on this one. I do see what you're saying, Hugo. I do know what you mean. So but I want to see. Here, the target, the mount. Oh, what? All right. Okay, one sec. Invisible mounts. This is a whole thing, apparently. And it's the first time I've had anybody do it. I see it's very much a thing. Okay. The consensus seems to be no, because of the level of the spell.
Basically, yeah. If it was a higher level spell, sure.
Because
But
especially
you're
because
asking for
you
like
can
a
start
mass
you can start like packing people on, like everybody could just be riding each other, and then you cast it once, and I think that's pretty game breaking. That's like not specific.
But I'm
Yeah.
confused though. What do you mean by a higher level spell?
I mean,
There
okay,
are
look,
other spells
literally, okay, think of it this way. Read what, when you cast this using a slot of 3rd level or higher, you can target an additional creature. You're asking to cast this spell as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 7th level is what you're asking to cast this spell as.
Got it. Because I was gonna say I could technically cast it as a 3rd level spell.
Yeah. You could start upcasting it. That's totally fine. Yep.
So you could hide 2 people as 3rd level.
Yeah, I have to tend to agree with this ruling, especially after seeing what's going on online. Yeah, this is the intended
And also you just
use.
read the description of the invisibility,
Yeah.
which is...
Especially because it says additional creature and all that. So it is specific to a creature. But yeah, anyways, so you'll just have to upcast it for each target you want to turn invisible.
Okay. So then... am I currently on the bear right now?
Yeah, everybody was like either around or on the bear, so I would say, it would only take you a moment to mount the bear if you wanted to. And it's a big enough creature you could all get on. I mean, Minea is not that big, and you are all very slender.
Might use darkness instead then.
All right, I think as this happens,
Sorry. No. I'm not laughing at you. Please cast the spell. Hugo is dumbstruck. I'm not going to say anything more. Please do it.
yeah, let me know what everybody's thinking here, because if you cast darkness, that's gonna maybe change the way that Jiraiya and Hugo will react. So,
Well, Hugo's stun locked, but out of character, if you cast
I'm
darkness,
sorry, Edward.
I'm
Oh
just
my
going to
god.
make a big circle appear for where we are, saying, hey, something's here.
True. They seem to. I will say they seem to already know you're there. So, but
Yeah,
anyway.
but it's just like, oh, hi, guys. Ignore sign. So
yeah,
go
it's
on.
a big neon
Hugo's
sign,
stun-
but they
Hugo's-
can't see
Hugo's-
it.
Hugo's stun locked.
Ah, um. Yeah. All right. Well, then I'm definitely gonna do what Minea would do. Then, yeah, she's gonna be like, okay, so yeah, she yelled out, dragons, 4 of them, coming this way, blah blah blah, and then she's going to cast invisibility on herself.
Okay. Cool. All right. So Edward's still in his little brown bear phase. Drya, I'll have to figure out what she's doing. But Hugo and Parson, let me know what you guys are thinking, because I already know what our friend Eric's gonna do. So I just got to look at Drya's sheet.
So I mean, it's 4 young dragons. Hugo's gonna wait for all the others before acting because his is stupid.
All right. Well, then Drya's gonna go. Are we running? Are we hiding? What are we doing? Because she sees Minea kind of go invisible on the bear or whatever, and she's like, should we run? Or are we fighting?
Running's gonna help. They're gonna catch us. Parson will just get like a firebolt ready because that's like about all I've got that's gonna be ranged at the moment.
Hugo's gonna begin waving.
Just waving. Okay.
And shout out in Draconic, "Hello!"
Is that one of your languages? I didn't even check when I brought these out.
Yes.
Oh, sick. They don't seem to
Become-
stop to talk.
We mean you no harm.
You hear them
Please
say.
don't harm us.
You hear one of them shout,
You should not be here.
Agreed.
All right. Well, at this point, Drya is kind of like edgily waiting for what's gonna happen. So we've got Firebolt, we've got Persuaders. You hear Eric kind of say, "They're not stopping." And let's see. Oh, I guess I'll wait. Because I don't want to... I'll just wait to see. So, Hugo, are you going to try and persuade them somehow? And do you have anything more than just yelling out to them?
How far away are they at this point?
They're closing within that 240 feet. So, like, they're just at the edge of, like, a football field. And within the next 6 seconds, they're going to arrive to the points they are on the map within 120 feet. So, yeah, they're
Oh,
coming...
we're on a different map.
Oh, shit. There. I'll bring you to the map that I thought I did at the very end when I prepared everything and started talking about this. Welcome to the map. This is the map. There are about 2 guys flanking you from the left here, and then there's 2 at the bottom, still flanking kind of from the left here. Yeah, and anyways, so those are the ones. They'll be arriving to those positions on the map within the next 6 seconds. But you guys, you know, you've had all this time to prepare different things. So, yeah, I was just wondering what you're up to. And I'm going to see if Drya and Edward can do, like, what the most powerful dope shit they can do. But I wanted to, yeah, do your stuff first, Hugo.
I'm just trying to diffuse the situation, make ourselves like fully present, like, hey, we know you're there, please acknowledge us kind of deal. That's basically what Hugo's aiming for.
Okay. And do you have any add-ons to this, or will this just be kind of you reaching out? Because if so, I'll just
this
make
is
it...
just literally me reaching out, saying, "Hey,
Okay.
look, we're here. We mean you no harm."
All right, yeah, you're groveling essentially, not
Yes.
totally, but you know, in a way that might be like raising a white flag. Okay, go ahead and roll. I guess it would be persuasion, unless you have something else, maybe performance if you're really groveling. But either of those I would allow as you try and just bring about some sort of pity upon these dragons from yourselves. I'm allowing this because you have Draconic. I didn't even really... I checked some other languages but I didn't... For some reason, I didn't check that one. Oh, unfortunately, it's not quite high enough. So they kind of stop for a moment. You see one of them kind of like turn its head and slow down for a moment. And then they continue on as they hear... They're like...
We know you're here for the disturber. She's already made a mess of this.
And, yeah, everybody can roll initiative now.
Just to clarify, we took a short rest, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so,
a
like,
short
most of
rest.
you are full up on everything, I would assume.
Well, except for spell slots.
Yeah, a couple
Yeah.
people used the invisibility and, you know, dimension door and all that, but, yeah.
Well, I mean, like, in the last fight, I used, like, Tasha's and all that stuff. But it's all good.
Oh, yeah, I guess you wouldn't have got... You don't get any arcane recoveries on yours. Alright, where are my drags? I hid them on myself. Did daylight savings happen today?
It happens
Tonight.
technically at 2 a.m.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just my 12-hour shift just turned into an 11-hour shift.
Whoop.
That's so weird. I'm having like time dysphoria right now. So wait, have we? How long have we been going? An hour?
An hour.
An hour.
Okay, good. That's what I thought. Oh, wow, they rolled like butt. Okay.
So did I.
I was
So,
gonna say, I think Minea rolled like a 1.
yeah, I saw the 1. Yeah, that sucks. I'm going to do Edward, Drya, and then we'll talk about Eric. Yeah. Well, I'll give Eric 1, 2, 1. No, fuck it. We'll talk about Eric. Okay, I'll get to this first.
Thanks for all the help, Ghost Man. If you can't catch a robe,
Okay. Oh, crap. None of them went through because I didn't do it. Wait 1 sec. I think I can just do this. They're all going to show up. Ready? Hey.
so do I get my firebolt off before, or is it going to be my first action? Because it's fine.
Nope.
It's just the range is 120 feet.
You get it before because you prepared it and they enter
Okay.
and then it happens and then combat starts. And anybody else who is holding things or whatever, they can go ahead and release them. I guess Drya, I had to figure out what she was holding. And Edward is going to stay in his form, but he's going to shake off everyone and move 30 feet up ahead.
Well, there's that.
And I guess Eric would move up too because he's kind of like a tanky dude. He's like, stick with me. All right, give me the damage on that.
Obviously, without the dueling style. My bad.
Nice. All right.
Person will be like, if we live through this, I'll buy everyone a pint.
Okay, here we go. Which one are you aiming at, by the way? Let's see, because you'd be going to the bottom ones, right?
Yeah, it would be the ones. Yeah, so probably. I guess it doesn't matter. Probably this one. The
Sounds good.
bottom one. Most bottom. Most bottom?
Yeah, you see it hits him. It rings true. It doesn't do any extra damage. The fire doesn't do anything specific, but it does ring true. At least it doesn't seem to be resistant to it.
Cool.
Okay. So that was that. Drya, I have to release something dank for her. Okay, we got to do it. Oh, not bad on the damage. She'll shoot. She sees you release fire, she's going to release fire. So to the same two at the bottom. So Drya, she kind of like jumps down off the back of the bear and she tosses out this huge fireball after seeing Parson toss some fire at them. One of them dodges out of the way pretty good, but the other one takes it full on, and that's the one that you hit already, the bottom one. Taking 37, was it? Holy. That one's already showing some, like, fucking muscle burns and stuff like that. Again, these are only about 10-foot dragons, so they're just a bit larger than, or they're about the same size as that bear that Edward has turned into. Now I gotta do math. Fuck me. Alright, I got it.
What do you
There
mean
we
do
go.
math?
The math on the freaking half, and it's 18.
Yeah.
The other one does get quite scorched from the blast as well, just because it's such a powerful blast. Oh, Minea's invisible. I'll go ahead and add that. I give you the ninja guy. And Hugo, I would say that you do have just enough time noticing that your discussion has failed to release a spell if you would like as well, before we get into the top of the round of combat.
Sure thing. I will release a good old hypnotic pattern up north.
Sick. Wisdom, I believe? Yep. Alright, let's go.
Yeah.
I got it.
Pass.
Ooh, just beats. Just beats. All right.
And the t'other?
Oh, is it both of them? It's not just
It's
single?
a 30-foot.
Oh, it's a 30-foot cube. Nice. All right. Pardon me. I should remember that. All right, the other one
Yeah.
fails. So I'll take top to bottom like I do with everything else. So the bottom one will fail. And it's immobiled, and then it just doesn't do anything until the spell
Basically.
is dropped. So I'll just put him to sleep. It's kind of the same thing. Okay, so you have 3 coming towards you. 2 in the bottom have already been burned up pretty good. They're showing signs of damage. And 1 that's just seems to not be shaken by anything that's happened. All right. You see Eric pulls out a short bow with this, and he shoots at it, and these spectral arrows go flying, and nothing happens to the beast. And he kind of looks at it. He says, "Right, that's weird. I don't know what's going on." And he kind of notches another arrow and shakes his head a little bit. It seems something's starting to get to him. The way you talked about him earlier, and now seeing this battle, he's starting to get shaken a little bit in his mind. All right, so we have all of our turn order. Did anybody have anything else? Did I miss anything? We did Dry. Edward
Nope.
just moves. Nope, we're good. Who's the top? Oh, it's Hugo. All right, so you are concentrating on your hypnotic pattern while they continue to come towards you.
Indeed. Let me minus off a spell slot there. Yeah, so I'll see the bottom ones coming, and it is at this point that I will cast Mirror Image upon myself and have myself a couple of clones next to me.
Sick. Love this spell.
Where is it?
I usually just do that one, but
Yeah, I was looking for that basically. And then I will just attempt to move away. That is my go.
All right.
We might want to split up.
Wonderful. As you guys all land back in the snow from being around the warm bear, you can feel the cold is a little bit numbing, but Edward did give you some of those clothes, so you should be good for now. All right, let's go ahead with our druid Edward. He continues to march forward, trying to what looks like, distract the beast. I'm just gonna go get my sheet for his bear form. Oh wait, he has bigger stuff. I forgot. He's like a higher level than my old one. Aw. So he is in polar bear form. Holy fuck. How appropriate. Let's get that token out. Oh, how cute. Polar bear form. Anyways, let's see how he moves. It's probably 40. Yeah, alright, so he gets 80. He's going to get right up front probably and pretty close to the bear. Or to the dragon. He is the bear. Oh, he can actually because he moved earlier because you guys got warned. So he can actually get to this guy. No way. Alright. Wow. So, you see Edward uses all of his bear speed to move very quickly. His fatty, haunchy body bouncing with his polar bear form. And he is now right in the face of the dragon. And if it moves, he's going to smack it. You can all tell. Parson, your turn.
Alright. So that bottom one that I hit with the firebolt is the closest to me, and he's within range of my light crossbow, so I'm just gonna shoot at it twice.
Booyah.
Wow,
All
that's-
right. Those are nice shots. Good job. All right. 15 damage. Yep. Both land, and you can see they kind of punch holes in their wings. You're able to sort of add some tactical damage, I'll call it.
And I'm not gonna do any movement. I'm just gonna kind of stay close to the group.
Sounds good. Yeah. Protecting the middle, the squishy middle center. All right.
Right.
How many licks does it take to get to the center? All right, now I get my boys. Now they're doing stuff. This one moves up first. All right. You can see it flies right up towards you, Parson, and lands, because that is the extent. It doesn't quite reach Minea or Drya because it's beyond its 80-foot reach. However, it does get to you within its not even extra movement, just normal movement. And it's unfortunately not quite good enough to get everybody into it. So it's just going to go ahead and do you with its cold breath as you see it. And you see a blue energy inside, and this frosty breath comes and exhales and hits you. Oh yeah, I didn't do the 10d8 thing. All right, so 43 damage unless you get me a nice Constitution saving throw of 15 or more. Ooh,
Bye-bye.
that's a big hit on you. I'm sure you're still alive, but hurting quite a bit as you see this dragon release its breath on Parson. Okay. So, who is next? It's the other one. Good, good. We're going to land again, probably. Or which one is it? Oh, yeah. It's, oh, this one has to move, though. Well, he's just going to fight the bear. I was supposed to have a white thing on them, too. Let's see how the bear does. Stand by as I grab its sheet out now. And remember not to delete it. All right. Oh no, it's Constitution on these ones. Never mind. Well, adding the modifier and taking the roll. Wait, what? Oh, it's just a 2. Okay, so yeah, it would be 5, which is still a fail. So you see the bear takes a bunch of damage too. And 42, how much was it? Oh, a new one. Need a new roll on it. No way. It's at 1 hit point. You see the bear is almost like torn into a frozen mass of stalagmites. Alright, Drya is going to maybe try and stop one, or just fireball again. Yeah, just fireball again. Well, let me see though. Would it be advantageous? Yep, she's just going to fireball the one in the back again. It looks like it's almost dead. Alright, that one takes 14 damage. It looks like it's pretty beat up. Okay. This guy is incapacitated at 9, and at 8 is the bottom one who will come in and close in on Parson. So you see, as he gathers around Parson, he's going to release his cold breath.
Right.
And Parson goes down.
Yeah.
All right, that's the end of his turn. All of the dragons have gone now. And Minea, at the very end of the turn order, it is your turn.
So Minea, seeing all of this, is going to be like still invisible, but just kind of like really kind of freaked out. And so 1 second here. Yeah, she's gonna kind of head over towards that tree in the middle and just kind of like back up, and she's going to look around and probably send a bardic inspiration to. Sorry, I'm trying to see who's. Probably to. How the heck? Why can't I see who that is? Which one is that? The guy that's over by the ghosty dude.
Oh, that's Edward.
Oh.
Sorry, he's a polar bear.
Yeah,
I should put him over
yeah.
there.
I was like, where'd he go?
He is the
Okay,
polar
then-
bear, yeah.
Yeah, so then I guess she's going to give the bardic inspiration over to Hugo then.
Okay, sounds good. And do you want to move?
Yeah.
Oh, Drya would have moved on her turn too. She's getting behind Eric, so 30 feet. All right. Is that your turn?
There we go. Yeah.
Got it. Kind of in the shade of the tree as you see these 4 terrifying dragons coming down upon your group. All right, that is the end of the first round of battle. However, from the peak behind you, you hear some shouting, and then you see somebody coming down the mountain. They're riding some sort of snowboard. You don't know exactly what it is, and you're not exactly sure even if a snowboard is a thing in this world. However, from this far, you can tell that it looks like some sort of seal, a dead seal in its seal skin, real greasy and hydrophobic. And they've put a plank of wood onto the back of the seal skin, and whoever's coming down is all wrapped up in white clothing and white garb. They've bought a lot of white garb to cover all of their body, and including their eyes, which is just a little slit. And you can't tell who this is coming down the mountain, but you can see they are coming down at an incredible speed because this board allows them to just float down as if there was no resistance or friction at all. And you can hear they are coming. So I'm going to roll their initiative, and then we'll see how it goes. All right, turn 11. I'll have to remember that. Parson, what is your dex modifier?
My dex modifier?
Yes, you'll probably have them beat, I have to say.
4.
There's a 0. Okay, you've got them beat. So after your turn, something will happen.
Okay.
Well, their turn will happen because they will be arriving this round of battle. All right, and yeah, you can hear them shouting something down towards you all, but you can't quite make it out at this point. Alrighty. That means we're going to Hugo. So Hugo, you're concentrating. You've got your mirror images up. Let me know what's up.
Well, you see, this is where I just firebolt the dragon. That one.
All right.
Missed. Run
Yep.
away. That's
Nice.
it.
All right, I like how spread out you guys are. Smart moves. All right, that means it's Edward and then Parson. Edward's gonna try and grapple this this one. So you see, they'll have a strength off essentially. Oh, of the bear, though. Oh, man, I exited the bear again. Why did I do that? Don't you hate it when you close your sheet for no reason? Oh, it's just hiding up there. Oh, everything's white.
Oh, hey DM, I'm going to show you a trick now. Ready? Hold shift.
All right.
Double left click on a token.
Oh, if it's connected, it'll bring it up?
Yes.
Sick. Well, it's unfortunately not connected to the bear. Oh, wait, it is, because it's from the... Anyways.
Yes.
Sick. Thank you. Oh, that's not very good. Oh, that's way worse. Okay, so the thing is grappled now. That's his turn. Parson, death saving throw.
Come on, Parson. I believe in you.
Just enough. Just enough. All right. And then I've got to do something quickly. Because now we're at the mysterious White Rider's turn. You see another fireball rain down as this person gets within range. And I will put their token out. But before that, let's do the damage and see how these dragons hold up. And they're targeting the two that are already hurt, just outside of the range of Parsons' dead body. Just burning their tails.
Put them on the token layer. They're currently on DM layer.
Yeah, I'll get the token out right away.
Okay, okay.
Just gonna do some saving throws, and we'll see how these dudes hold up. It's a 16. Oh shit! They both fail. All right, one of them is almost dead. The one at the very bottom, it's been hit with 3 fireballs. It's failed almost all of them, so it's like really hurting. And the other one is also hurt as well, as it's been hit with a few fireballs. It's about, I would say, half of its health. Okay. And now, drop the tokens. All right. As the White Rider comes down and dismounts from its sealskin snowboard. That's a bit of a tongue twister. It's sealskin snowboard. You can see that it removes its white face covering or camouflage because it no longer needs to hide. They remove it, and you see the iconic pink hair of Belle pop out of this disguise or this camouflage, and she says to you all, "Run! Get out of here!" And she produces, after throwing that fireball, and I'll just make sure she was within range, that she produces this green gem from within her little handy haversack. It's big. It's about like 3 to 4 feet across, and she puts it down in the snow. And she's instructed you all to run and get behind her. As it seems she's preparing some sort of spell with this large green gem that she's put down in front of her. Again, it's a huge gem, and as she takes it out of her haversack, I think it would fit. Anyways, you can see it kind of like just pops down into the snow with a heavy thump, and she kneels down before it, and lets you all know to retreat. Okay.
Oh, you've said green. It's definitely what I was thinking of.
Oh, if you know, you know. I would say at this point,
Yeah.
if you know, I haven't done enough to like not pretend it's one of these things. So let's just, if you know, you know. We'll wait until the full reveal. But anyways.
Yeah.
Okay, moving now. Oh yeah, this guy. He'll roll a d6 to see if he gets his breath back. Nope. And he's going to fly over to the polar bear, seeing his friend is being held up and something's going on over here. It's like, what's going on? He's going to fly all the way over to the polar bear to try and stop the grapple if he has enough. He has just enough because he has 40-foot speed walking and 80-foot speed flying. So he has 120. Reaches the polar bear and is going to release whatever physical attacks he has because he does not have his breath back. Doot doot. Okay, so let's see what the bear does. Is the bear gonna die? 12. All that's gonna hit. Okay, that's a total of 22, 32, 43. The bear only had 1 hit point, and how much does our buddy have? 39. So, I said 43. All right, with that, Edward goes down as well. And you see that these, dragons have all sort of gathered around him. Okay. And the grapple ends. Okay, that guy's, he was the grappled one. I guess he'll come back over here and start attacking other people. Let's see if he gets his dragon breath back. Nope. But he will go ahead and, I guess, attack Drya. Good luck, Drya. She will get a hellish rebuke off, though. I remember that about her character. Oh, wait, no, she won't. She is, well, does she have the thing? Nope. Okay, yeah, she's already burnt her spell slots. So, she's just going to take this. And she goes down as well. Alright, and you can see she is now unconscious as well. And I'll give her a little death saving throw. Alright, she fails. At this point, you have 3 people down, and you're starting to get worried. If you haven't noticed already, this is starting to look pretty bad. And Belle, you can see on her face, she's kind of like working around and trying to like figure something out. She's peering into the gem, really trying to like move her hands and speak. You can't tell exactly what she's doing, but something like that. That guy's screwed, and this guy's gonna attack over here at Eric. But first, as he does that, he'll do all of his attacks and recognize that it's a spectral being, and he will then alert everyone else, all the other dragons. He says, "Don't attack this one. It's just an illusion." All right, and then Minea. So you're still invisible. Everything seems to be going wrong. Actually, I don't know if you are still invisible. What did you do last turn?
Up to an hour.
But did you cast something last turn, right?
The last turn I moved, and the heck did I do? I didn't
He gave a
cast
bardic
any-
inspiration, I think.
Yeah, bardic inspiration.
Oh, okay. So we'll say you retained your invisibility for now. Yeah, and you can see a couple people have gone down now. What are you doing?
I was gonna say that Minea would probably see about doing a spell, the sending spell to her friend Belle, and alongside that probably
Don't want to pick persons up? Four little persons on the floor?
whoops, that wasn't it. Yeah, I wanted to somehow get closer
Healing word?
to... Yeah. Yeah, healing. Is that one... Is it in range
Bonus
still?
action healing word.
I think you'd be in range. It's about 30 feet, I think. It's 60 actually.
For healing
Yeah,
word.
it is 60. Yeah, so you're within range.
Oh, perfect. Okay, yeah. So, does that break my concentration though? That's
It
what I'm
would.
It would,
you'd
but,
save his life.
But he's getting...
Yeah.
If you guys retreat, he might be left behind. You don't know yet, but he might be.
I mean, unless you want him to die, it's a valid choice. I mean, you know.
Wait, wait. What about cure wounds?
You'd
that
have to
one-
touch him. But yes, it's a healing spell, but you'd have to touch him.
Yeah, you could
Healing
just...
word is-
No, you can't move that far enough, though,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
no, that's why I was like, damn it. Yeah, okay. Okay. 2 dragons over there. Okay. I think I have a plan. Yeah. Okay, so wait.
What you thinking?
Haha! Perfect. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna do. Oh wait, I can't use a spell and a cantrip in the same action. Can
Yes,
I?
you can.
Can
If
I?
it's a
Can-
bonus action spell or a bonus action cantrip.
I
Pretty much as
don't-
long as it's an action and bonus action, you're good. It's spell and cantrip.
Okay, because I was going to use message.
Yeah, so is that... Oh, yeah, so you could use message as your action and then bonus healing word.
Perfect. Okay. So yeah, I'm going to use message, and Manea's going to basically tell Belle. 1 second, I have to see what I can actually say. Doesn't seem to have a limit on what I can say though.
I think it's 25 words. Message?
The cantrip, yeah, message.
Oh, wait, the cantrip probably doesn't. Sending has 25 words, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'll
okay.
just put a limit of like about 6 to 8 seconds, which is the round of combat here.
Okay, so yeah, she's just gonna kind of send a quick message over to Belle and say, hey, I'm currently invisible. I'm gonna try and heal my friend, and I'm gonna hide behind this tree, but I might need coverage. So she's gonna send that, and then she's gonna turn around and move. Just around the trunk of the tree, so she's, not immediately spotted by the fucking dragons. And then she's going to cast Healing Word on this guy. Can you see my pings? Yeah, there we go.
Okay. Booyah, look at
Oh,
you
wait.
go.
Wait,
Perfect.
is he down? Yeah, perfect. There
Yeah,
we
Yeah,
go.
that's the
good.
one you want. Yeah, we're good. Go ahead and give me some rolls on healing.
A d6 plus 4. Oh, if you click the spell, I think it'll do it all for you.
Yep, and then you can cast it at different levels if you want. So I think you can do it even straight from the core, or you can do it from your spells area.
Oof.
No, that's good enough. That's actually not bad. I guess you got on the upcast you only got the 1, but that's fine.
Yeah, that's why I was like, oof.
Yeah, that's not the greatest, but it's actually 7 parson. Okay.
All right, thanks.
Where are we? We're almost done this. Oh, we are done this. That was that turn order. So Belle, she's got the green gem set in the snow. She looks ready. She's told you to retreat. And Manea has been able to get up Parson, but you see also Drya and our friend Edward are down still. But let's go back to Hugo as we begin this next round of combat.
Hugo's gonna 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Action dash. That's it.
All right, good job. You're out of dodge for now, it seems. Let's go to Edward, who's down. That's a fail. And Parson, you are up, and you've just awoken, and you see all of the dragons are sort of off on the other side of the battlefield now. They've abandoned your corpse essentially, but now some of them see you get back up, and they seem pretty angry about it. What are you doing?
I was dead when she said to retreat, right?
Yeah, you were. You were technically dead when you were unconscious, so you did not hear that, yes.
Well, yeah, not dead, but out. What would Parson do? Yeah, unfortunately, I think he would just take 2 shots with his crossbow. At this
Hit it
guy.
up. Okay, I see that. Let's see here. 16. Ooh, they both miss. They hit the
Okay.
natural hided armor of this, and you hit some really dense, scaly spots, and they kind of just bounce off. You gotta aim a little bit more for those wings or those fleshy parts again.
Well, they definitely know I'm there now, and I'm scared, and I'm gonna run.
Sounds
back
good.
some.
All right. I love this. Opposite direction, but perfect. That's great. Okay. Oh, now it's her turn. She gets to do the thing. Okay. She activates. Well, yeah. How does this work? Yeah, that's how the sequence works. She activates the green gem. You hear her speak some sort of words into it, and then you hear what seems to be something come out of the gem, some sort of sound. And you immediately see all of these dragons look towards Belle. This green gem starts glowing with this huge glow, maybe 20 feet out, with bright green light. And the eyes of these dragons start to glow green as well. And they feel compelled, you would imagine, to go towards the light. They stop looking at the bodies that are around them, and they look directly towards Belle and the green light. And then she steps out in front of it, so I guess I should put a little green gem there. And then she casts Healing Word on Drya. Just gonna put a little green gem there. Oh, they all suck. I was just pulling one from the internet, but whatever. It's actually a circular green gem. I think that's about 30 feet that she just moved, a little bit more, and then she casts Healing Word. And we'll see if she gets Drya back up. I just can't remember what I did it with. Oh, yeah. There we go. It's with her spellcasting modifier. Okay. All right. 8 health to Drya. She's back up, and you can see her kind of stand up, but the dragons are still there, although they are no longer looking at her. They are looking directly towards Belle, and even beyond Belle, actually. Now that you've seen Belle stepped out from the gem, you can see that most of them are looking directly at the gem. Okay, and that begins their movements. So, they start to move away and fly towards the gem. Oh, and Belle, at the end of her turn, she says, "Keep running! This won't last forever!" Just gotta move them. Dryer retreats. For the purposes of this, I'll just put her over there. One of them will continue with being focused on the hypnotic pattern. And you see one of them even flies directly by Belle, and she doesn't hit it. She doesn't attack it. It seems that whatever she's doing to make them compelled to this gem is working, and so she's just letting it do its job. Okay, Minea, you are no longer invisible. I can take that off, and you see that all of the dragons seem to be compelled towards this gem. Oh, and I forgot Eric. He's also in retreat.
So that's about as far as. Oh shit! There they all are. Where's the gem? It's over here.
It's sort of this little green thing on the ground. She ran away from it after setting it into the ground and then activating it.
Okay, and where does she want us to run?
She said get behind her, and she was coming sort of from this up in this corner here. So that's kind of the way she was thinking.
Got it. So
Upland.
then I'm gonna run this way.
All right.
And I'm gonna send another cantrip over to her and just be like, "Okay, we're running, but what do you want us to do?"
She'll just say, "Get to the ridge," and you can see there's sort of a ridge line that would indicate where maybe like a small lake would be at the top of this mountain.
Okay, and he's really far.
Smoking too much
Would healing word help this guy all the way over here? This dude?
Unfortunately, he's like way too far. He's long gone. He's out of the range, essentially.
Yeah, same here, eh?
Let me see. I'm not zoomed in. Yeah, Parsons a bit too far too. But you've seen that he's starting to run the opposite way.
Can I do two
Parson's
cantrips?
running the wrong way.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I send a message to Parson and just be like, wrong way?
Unfortunately, you already sent the message to Belle.
Fair.
I'd say you could just shout it. I mean, it's 2 words, you know. If you just want to shout it, I'll give you that as a free action.
Yeah, I'm gonna shout it.
Okay, so Parson,
like-
you hear her shouting at her.
Wrong way! And she's just like pointing.
All right, and you still have your bonus action then.
Trying to think if any of my bardic things I can use as a bonus action, because they don't immediately say bonus action, but there's a lot of friggin' things I'd have to click to go through them.
Yeah, I think it's just Bardic Inspiration you can use as a bonus action. You can use your inspirations for other things like reactions against attacks and stuff like that, but for right now, I think you just have... you could give out a Bardic Inspiration, or you could do a healing word, I believe. Unless you got some sneaky stuff that I haven't... Because I haven't looked through all your features yet.
No, it looks like...
Sorry, I'm clicking around too. It's probably jumping
It's
you
all good.
around.
Yeah, I was like, whoa, what? What's so it says ritual casting. You can cast any bard spell you know as a ritual.
Yeah,
That
ritual
spell.
casting is just it saves you a spell slot, but it adds I think it's 10 minutes to the casting time of any spell. So you can sit down if you're like on a short rest and cast a spell or whenever. And then if you don't want to spend a spell slot to do it, certain spells you can do as a ritual, and you won't take your mana or your spells slots away.
How do I know which spells I can use to do that?
They've got an R on them in your spell thing.
Yep. They got this little R beside them. If you go to your spells under your character sheet, and you'll see all the different things. C is for concentration, VSM is vocal, somatic, and material, and R is the tag for ritual.
Yeah, like you said, if you're trying to cast it as a ritual, it'll just take 10 minutes.
Yeah,
Plus
you
the
would not be
original
able to
casting
do it in
time.
combat, essentially.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah, I think that's it then.
All right, sounds good. Where are we at then? Hid my turn order. Hugo, you see now that Belle has released some sort of dragon drawing energy, and she seems to have some sort of plan up her sleeve. So what are you thinking?
Which way is she running?
Well, she ran forward just to heal Drya. Now she looks like she's turning to run back to where, up where she came from, to the top of the mountain, where there would be the sort of glacial lake that this river is being fed from.
Yeah, I'm gonna begin carrying on my route. I'm going. Do we just go downwards?
Just keep heading up the mountain.
I dash.
Sounds good. All right. For the rest of this, I'm just gonna say, Parson, pardon me. Do you want to do anything? And then we'll go to Manea, as the rest of the dragons are all closing in around this gem.
Okay. So it's my turn. Sorry.
Yep, yeah, it'll be your turn. The dragons have started closing in around the gem, and it seems that they're beginning to engage in a conversation, some of them,
Hey.
with the
Sorry,
gem.
not you guys.
No worries. Is that your doggo? Or the catto?
Yeah, the doggo.
Oh, yeah. But yeah, there's
All right.
three dragons around this gem here, and they one of them seems to be starting to have a conversation with it. The same way that Belle was talking to it. Yeah, and that's about it. You see everybody else is retreating back up here. And Manea did warn you that you're going the wrong way.
Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dash the 60, and then I'm gonna burn my action surge to go another 30.
Oh, cool. Sounds good.
Which should get me about right here.
Triple dash.
All right, this is working out pretty good. Okay.
And that'll be my turn.
Sounds good. Just seeing what Drya has, what she would do. Oh yeah, she's just on to her cantrips, that's right. So, she'll just keep running. And then we'll take it all the way back to Manea. This is sort of like the last turn before the what I'm going to say is taking us out of initiative. And so let me know what you're thinking as you see these dragons are starting to talk to this gem, and you're not exactly sure what it is going on.
One sec. I was trying to see what I had to be a little tiefling bastard, but yeah, I think she's just going to like keep running and maybe send a sending cantrip, yeah, send message cantrip to Belle again and being like, I'm glad to see you're safe. What the heck is that green thing? And just like she's just still running.
She says, in response, she's like, "It's a special artifact. Just keep going. We're going to find another."
She just kind of does the face of, okay. Keeps running.
All right. So, with that, I'll say we can just go ahead and get out of the turn order. And you see that Belle continues to retreat alongside all of you. Eric continues as well. He seems to be quite good at dashing and stuff. And he even takes a couple action surges as well to action surge his way with some running. You can tell he's some sort of fighter in his spectral form. Pardon me. As you're all going, Belle, it seems, looks back towards Edward and back towards these dragons and back towards Edward and back towards the dragons, and she says, "I have to leave your friend," and begins running, and she kind of like looks sorrowfully back towards Edward's body, but she doesn't seem to know him as well as maybe she knows all of you, or some of you. With that, you all make it towards the top of this crest where the glacial lake at the very peak of one of Asgard's peaks lays, and you can kind of crest over into what would normally be the valley. As you're getting to this top of the part, you can hear one of the dragons down below. It would only be Hugo who understands this, and in Draconic, you hear it scream, "It was a lie! It was a trick!" And it begins to rear its head. But before that all happens, you see that Belle has already pulled out some sort of large horn, and she blows this large bellowing horn into the side of the mountain. And as she does that, you see the ground start to ripple and shake all around the base of one of the peaks, and a large avalanche starts to fall. And it's only a matter of a few moments before these large, they're large, they're 10-foot dragons, are swallowed up in the avalanche, along with the body of Edward and the one dragon who was caught up in a hypnotic trance, who was not even able to figure anything out. You see that as that's happening, their bodies are being mutilated by large trees that have been ripped up, large spiky branches that have been ripped up, huge grinding boulders, and as their bodies are being completely eviscerated in this landslide and also avalanche-looking destruction wave, you see bits of red start to stain the constant grinding motion, and you see places where parts of limbs are completely engulfed in this. At that point, Belle, while you've all sort of taken a silent moment here watching this happen, Belle looks towards you all and she says, "You were all fools to come here." And with that, I think we're going to take a break, because it is 2 o'clock where we take our normal break. And we just finished a really cool and intense counter. So, let's take the break here. And we'll come back to you guys talking with Belle. And we'll take 5 minutes to have a bathroom, go grab some drinks or whatever you want.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll see you
Alright,
guys soon.
cool.
Sounds good.
All right, I'm back, but I'm gonna eat some little munchies quick.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Okay, I'm just quickly snacking too. My headphones were doing weird kind of. I don't know how to explain it. It was like clicking or something, so I wasn't sure if it was turning off or what.
Do you have your phone nearby?
Yep.
I'm back.
I think there was a thing where like if phones were like getting messages or something, they would, but I don't think it's that. All right, Hugo, you here? Fair enough. More time to munch because I didn't eat lunch.
Done.
Me too, almost. I just gotta hit this bowl and then we're gonna jump back into it. We found Belle, and we've said goodbye to our friend Edward, who was viciously churned up in an avalanche/rock slide, along with 4 young dragons.
What a way to go.
He was really good for the one session he was here. And he beat the shit out of some fucking stuff, but I'm glad to not have a Moon Druid anymore because they're pretty intense. They can do a lot of shit.
Says the guy selling 4 young dragons.
Well, that was part of it. Let's just say if you killed all 4 of those dragons with Bell together, all of you, that would have been pretty impressive. It would have been beyond my expectations. But welcome back, Hugo. I'm gonna hit this and then let's jump back into it. We'll get into the juicy bits with Bell. Ooh. All right, hello. Oh, gotta get water. Also, I gotta redo this. Reload my chat. Oh God, sorry. Sorry. If I missed anything in chat, sorry guys. I was busy with things and doing things and all that. As I do, as I've been known to do. So, oh, and my, see, and this is the thing too. It's like frozen, my Twitch is frozen. Okay, I'm good to go. Ugh. Alright, gotta get my bell voice ready. Okay, so, just as we jump back in here, a quick little recap. You all were ascended to the top of Asgard Peaks with our dwarf friend who helped you get there faster, essentially. He was like a guide, and he knew how to like cut through some different ways.
Cutting out, by the way.
Oh, am I cutting out? One sec.
Or
Yeah, I
was
was
it
just gonna
for
ask.
me?
Was that just? I didn't know if it was just me, but yeah, it's cutting out for
okay,
me
good.
too.
Yeah, yeah. I did it. As a.
Yeah, I've had that before. One sec. Okay, is this better?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, good. Okay, so you ascended the peaks. You were led by Eric Jarris, who helped you through the mountains. And then, he helped you get there faster. And then you met Belle. And Belle was at the top of the mountain. And she helped save you from these dragons. Sound good?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
Wicked. Okay. So, you guys retreated above the avalanche, and you saw your friend Edward chewed up in the avalanche. And you got over the crest of this area where you figured the valley in between these 3 peaks would be. And when you look downward, you can see actually that it's been excavated. Pardon me. They've been, Belle, it seems, has been melting all of the snow and moving rock. And she's uncovered at the very bottom of this some soil and some ground in what looks to be the ruins of a temple. And as you crest this peak in towards the valley in the middle of these 3 peaks, you are able to see that you can walk downward, and she starts to lead the way. She says, "Come on, everyone, I've set up camp down here, and I think we can talk there." And so I'm going to go ahead and move you all to the next map. Perfect. Okay. So you can see these ruins here.
Can
There's
you track our tokens on the map?
Yep.
It's just that way we can have vision.
Oh, does this one have
Yes.
lighting turned
Yes.
on?
Yeah, it's just black.
Yeah, it's
Yours.
black.
There we go.
There
it
you go.
is.
Sorry, I was probably experimenting one day. Anyways, yeah, so this is the temple grounds. You can take a look around. There's like sort of a graveyard here, and a temple, and it looks like there's that large gem that's emanating a lot of heat, and it's sort of like keeping away all the freezing and stuff. It's like a heat bubble that it's producing around this whole excavated area. And Belle says, well, hey everyone, so thanks for coming to save me. I just wanted to let you know that I've been kind of stuck here, trapped by not only those dragons, but other dragons that have been around. And when I heard you fighting, I realized it was the best time to come out and try and do my last-ditch attempt, which worked. So, thanks for coming, and I guess we should do some introductions. You all know that I'm Belle, but have you all introduced each other? And I'm not sure who this little dwarf is.
Yeah, his name's Eric. He's different, you know. Yeah, helped us get up
I
on
don't think he's a
altitude.
ghost.
And you see Eric, as you say the word ghost, he looks kind of towards you, and he's like,
Right, I don't think I'm a ghost, but something's definitely happened here. You know, I'm thinking that I've been here before or something. But, anyways, my name is, Eric Jarvis, and I have to say this is a beautiful place you have here.
and you see Belle's kind of like, yeah, well, it's not mine, but it's a good place to stay, I guess. I'm actually trying to like get inside the temple here, but let's keep going with introductions. So this is Eric Jarvis, and I know Drya, and I know Parson, but I was wondering. Oh no, wait, I know all of you. Okay, never mind. We already did introductions. So, do you have any questions for me about what happened here?
Well, where do you want to begin? Which is, firstly, what did you come here for? Did you come alone or with others? What did you want us to do? Because you sent a letter to us. There's a whole lot of questions right now, and I'm not sure where to start.
All right. Well, I guess we should start from the beginning. I did come up here thinking this would be like a short little trip to this temple. So the reason I came up here is because there's these artifacts that we've been hunting, and they're tied to dragons. So I came up here, and she's kind of like laying out books onto the ground now, and she's putting down like a blanket in the snow. She's like trying to point to the book. She's like, so there's these artifacts, and there's 5 of them, and there's this evil group called the Orb Hunters. I don't know if you've ever heard of them, and they're trying to find them all. And I have a friend who is a spy, and she's giving me inside information on them. And she kind of like looks at you all, and she's like, and they're the ones who found this place, but they didn't know how to open it, and I think I do.
Right. And that... So what was that you left behind then?
Well, I left all of the gear for you guys behind because I figured I'd make it back just in time, and we would go on our own adventure. I kind of know where...
No. Just then, what the...
Oh.
Yeah.
So, I actually found one of them, one of the dragon orbs. So, these guys, they want to find 5 dragon orbs, and I found the green one, and I found it out in the woods of Relthwyn. It was in an old temple. It was really overgrown, but I'm good with, like, a lot of different magics. So, I was able to make it through, and I figure this is the same one. It's like a temple, and inside is one of those one of those big orbs, and dragons really like them. That's why they're called dragon orbs. Do you guys know about them? And you can all roll a history or arcana to see if you've been told old tales or something, or you've studied enough arcana about this.
Yes, I would. I would like to do probably Arcana, and I will use my D8 from Bardic Inspiration. Or 24.
Nice, good carryovers, guys. Wow. And Manea, you maybe have heard this in passing, but you have no idea what it is. You might have heard the name, but you don't know the deeper story. But Hugo and Parson could probably explain it to you. They would know. Essentially, these are 5 orbs that all kind of represent the 5 heads of the dark goddess Tiamat. And these dragon orbs were crafted to create a way to help kill dragons. At the beginning of the war against the Rage of Dragons, they created these 5 dragon orbs to help fight them. And I believe I made a handout, so I'm just going to go ahead and show you it, and then we'll make sure it's the right one. So, you guys can read this, and then, kind of explain it, or I'll just read it to you guys. But in ages past, the Rage of Dragons, which is the battle that's been going on, that you're all kind of caught up in, the 1,000-year war between dragonkind and humankind, and all sort of the rest of the actually allied races, not just humans, but all of the humanoid races. As these wizards who created these powerful magic items fell in later ages, it was rumored that these orbs were destroyed or faded into legend, and that only 3 were sought to survive. Their magic has been warped and twisted over centuries, and although their primary purpose is of calling dragons, that still functions. And each orb is a single dragon color made of etched crystal in the shape of a globe about 10 inches in diameter, and when used it grows to about 40 inches in diameter, which is like the 3-foot kind of full size that you saw Belle put them into the ground with. And it says, while attuned, you can use the action to peer into the depths, and if you make a successful check, you control the orb. And so she obviously made a successful charisma check when she peered into it, essentially. And that's kind of the crux of the 5 orbs of the dragonkind. And Parson and Hugo, you guys would have known this, as you are pretty prolific magic users, and I guess you've known through your arcane studies that way.
Hugo's just gonna be like, right, okay, that's, you said you just found it in a forest?
No, I found it in a temple in a forest, like an overgrown part of the forest, and the temple was overgrown, and it was all really like jungly. And I said because I'm good with plants, I was able to like make it through the temple, because like I'm good with a lot of magic, but like
right.
but mostly plants and other stuff.
Sure. So you're just gonna leave that one back there?
Well, we're gonna have to go get it eventually. But I figured we might want to take a rest, and I can show you my camp. It's actually it's just down these stairs.
You mentioned you were trying to get.
I definitely could use a rest.
Yeah, you don't look the best.
Parson kind of hobbles inside.
That's funny. Yeah, you don't look the best.
Oh,
Yeah,
sorry.
everyone will go
You
inside.
look like you was inches from death. There you go. Is that better?
I mean, I was good with it the first time.
Yeah. So, how long have these orb hunters known about this temple then? Do you know? Is that why they were in Tolberg? Or Tolby? Tolkby?
Oh, I think they've known about it for like a few months, but the last time people came up here, they just got killed by dragons, and so they kind of stopped sending so many people. And there's also this door, and she's kind of like pointing to the door. These stairs, they lead down about 20 feet, and then there's a long underground passageway about 40 to 50 feet deeper in. And all you see, first off, is like sort of a collapsed tunnel, but then she dismisses this sort of illusion, and you can see deeper in there's this really ornate door that spans the gap here. And I'm realizing that this map is a little weird, but it's about 10 to 15 feet across here in these stairwells, and these big iron doors are very ornate, and they have a black orb, and it looks like the same orb that you saw earlier, but black. And it's inscribed into the center of the door, this big iron door. And there's lots of dragon filigree and etchings all around the edges. It seems like a very, somebody with a lot of skill put time into this door. And she looks back towards you. She's like, so I've just been putting up an illusion and then camping behind it, and it's been working out really good. But I can't get through the door. It seems to be like a big problem that I can't figure out.
You're just gonna look at it. Is there any? Because you said there was markings. Is it Draconic script?
Yeah, actually at the top, because you speak Draconic, there is some Draconic ruins. It's sort of like ye old English, but in Draconic, so like very, very, very ancient Draconic ruins. And you can tell that. Well, actually, roll an Arcana check for me on these ruins.
Oh, if you give me 10 minutes, I can try and work it out.
And Drya will give you guidance while you do it, so you can get a D4 on that. Oh, and you have comprehend languages. Okay, this is perfect.
Yeah. I'm gonna ritually cast it. You
Yeah.
see Hugo just like, oh, can you just give me 10 minutes? I can't quite make that out. It looks familiar. It's like a weird, I don't know, dialect or historic version of Draconic. Just give me 10 minutes. I'll try and get it figured out.
All right. As you read it, it's kind of like a little riddle. It says, on the grounds, find the bone to unlock the black throne. It's just so I could type that out. So
we're trying to find a fire bone.
you notice, like, when you read it in Draconic, it has like a rhyming to it too. It's like a rhyming scheme, sort of like a riddle. And it says, I guess no, you would know it all. So it's more like on these grounds. Like it's not the grounds.
Out of curiosity, is there a dragon skull or anything within this place?
Belle kind of cocks an eyebrow and she's like, I don't know. I haven't really figured that out. Like, what do you mean? A dragon skull? Why do you need that?
You know, they're just any old bones. It's on the top here. It's like a weird riddle. On these grounds, find the bone to unlock the Black Throne. I'm thinking like a dragon skull or something.
Oh, yeah, I couldn't really make it out. My Draconic's pretty
Graveyard
bad.
over there.
Yeah, there was a graveyard. I think that's like maybe a place where bones would be, I guess. I don't know. I haven't really explored much of the grounds beyond the temple. But yeah, like, I guess that's what that word is. It's bone. Oh my gosh. Okay. And throne. Oh, see, this is making a lot more sense now. She's like looking at the ruins.
Right, well, let's rest up for a little bit. Then maybe go and, dig up some graves. Be a grave robber. Have that all look
right.
around for something. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, we should definitely check the grounds. I haven't really checked them much, and well, with all of us together, I think we can deal with a lot of stuff. So, yeah, let's get a little rest.
Yeah, yeah. Well, thanks for saving our asses back there. Definitely needed.
I think you kind of saved mine actually. Those dragons, they've been around this peak for a long time, and I didn't really know if that would work. What I did, I needed a bigger distraction. You know, I don't think I would have gotten away. They probably would have just attacked me and turned me into ice. Anyways, thanks for coming.
No worries, no worries.
All right, well, yeah, here, I'll set up the illusion again, and we can all take a little rest. It's pretty good. It hasn't really had any problems yet. Not a lot of people have been coming around here.
Yeah. You know what? I want to be warm as well. And Hugo's going to sit down and begin ritual casting again.
Sounds
I
good.
will ritually cast Demon's Tiny Hut.
Oh, nice.
I want to be warm.
She looks at you. She's like, "Wow, you're really good with magic, aren't you? This is a nice little hut. I just have my bedroll, which has been keeping me warm enough, I guess." You can see she also has like still her white like camouflage stuff on, and it seems quite warm when you look at it a little bit more.
Manea's going to grab her the thing that she has wrapped around her waist, her dance blanket, and just kind of like put it down, and then put her bedroll on top of that, and just like get snuggly.
Yeah, that's what I've been doing.
Carson's gonna like barely. Oh, go ahead.
Oh, that's all I was gonna say. She just kind of like snuggles up beside you with her bedroll.
Carson like barely gets his bedroll unfolded and he just passes out.
Nice. You'll see Drya also pulls her out. Yeah, this time it's like pretty much sunset's happening, you know, and it's quite cold up here as well, but you've made it now really nice with Liamon's tiny huts, so your bodies were drained, but now with this sudden wave of revitalization, you feel kind of like maybe a bit of sleepiness as your bodies go into sort of a rest mode. You'll see Eric Jarris as well. He kind of pulls out like just a nice little blanket and tucks himself underneath it. It seems to be like some sort of boar or some sort of like fuzzy pig, and it's keeping him warm though.
All right, in the morning we'll go check out that graveyard. Maybe we can find this bone.
All right, so
Hugo's just going to look towards Eric. Eric. Question for you.
Aye, what you thinking there?
What year is it again? I forgot.
Oh, it's oh, you know, I've forgotten as well. I don't
Huh.
even know how old I am anymore.
Huh.
Wait, what
Okay.
year is it?
I don't know. That's why I was asking you.
Ah, I see.
You have a good night, Eric. Have a good night.
All right, I will. I'll think about it. It'll come to me. I'll think about it. I've been up here too long, I think.
That I think so as well.
I've got to get back to Mistlight Post.
Yep.
All right, well, I guess we'll sleep for now. Anyways, thanks for saving our asses there, Miss Bill.
oh yes, no problem. All of you have a good night now. All right, anybody want to do some things before you all take the rest?
Yes.
Sounds good.
I'm going to reach into my cloak. And I'm going to pull out my friend. I'm going to pull out my little, what did I make him? What is it? It's not a rat, it's, what do you call him? Oh, I've gone blank now. It's not a ferret, it's a... Fuck, what do they call them?
I don't know. What you thinking? Did you send me something about it?
No, it's my familiar.
Oh, I see.
Fuck, I forgot what it... No, it's not a rat, it's a...
A mink or something?
Oh, what
Mole?
the fuck is it?
Weasel?
Weasel! Weasel!
Oh, nice. Weasel.
That's it. I was like, hey, buddy. Go to the graveyard for me. Just let me have a look around. And I'm gonna use Find Familiar to look through his eyes. And send him to the graveyard to look at the gravestones headings. To look for Eric.
Oh, no. Really? Okay.
Yep. I'm sending him to the graveyard to look for a headstone.
All
with
right,
the
I
name
won't.
Eric on it.
I won't make you roll for this. The weasel looks around for a little bit, and then near the end, you're kind of like looking at about half of them or more, and then eventually you do come across his headstone. It does say Eric Jarvis, and it has the dates. I really don't even know what year it is, even though it's probably in the world history one, so I should probably go look at it. But yeah, and it says that he's been deceased and buried here. You can also see that with the way that all the water has melted around here and stuff, this graveyard has taken some damage. It's kind of like things have sloughed and been knocked over. And Eric's is the one that's knocked over here. His gravestone in his grave has sort of been disturbed. And it looks like with the water here, it's kind of pushed maybe even underground to sort of disturb his body underneath. And your weasel can kind of tell that, his grave has been a little fucked up, essentially, from from the process of Bell, excavating this place.
Yeah. When he comes back, I'm like, good job.
And you see in the corner, Eric is just sort of sleeping like a baby.
Yep. 6 foot under.
Yep. All right. Anything else people want to do as nighttime sort of sets upon us? Drea she's not really going to bed. She's kind of just like, I'll keep watch on all of you. I don't need much sleep.
While Parson sleeps, his owl just kind of perches and keeps an eye out.
Sounds good. All right, well, I will say that you guys make it through to a new day. And we will go ahead and start the day with a weather check and 2 D100s. So first off, I want you all to roll for it. So roll me D20s, just straight D20s, one each.
3. My favorite number.
Oh, we've got a roll off on the low end. All right, roll again, Hugo and Manea. Oh.
Yeah.
Doubling down on going downward. Okay, so you know what? Now I'll get you to roll me one more D20, Hugo, because you'll do the weather check, and then Manea and Partisan, you roll me D100s. Whatever, you could throw a 19 right after a 1. Come on.
Yes.
It's a beautiful day on the peaks. You see the 3 peaks surround you in this little valley that's been excavated here around the temple. It seems that this is a very old temple and that there had to even be a lot of earth moved around to get to this point. 47, and I'll get a D100 from you, Manea, as well. Okay. So just stand by for a couple seconds. You guys wake up in the morning and you see Belle produces some bacon. It's been preserved and wrapped nicely, and she's like, the really cold temperatures up here make it great for storing food, so I've got a lot of it, and if you want some, you can go ahead and have some. And she kind of like starts a little fire. It's a magical fire too, and she's just kind of cooking it on this magical fire.
I'm just going to be warming my hands up around the fire. So, I've got some news. Didn't do any digging last night, but was good enough to to have a look at something.
Oh yeah, did you
Um,
read something, or did you
Yeah,
find something in the
yeah.
temple here? Or?
Yeah, you could say that. You could say that. Um, Eric, you're dead and your body's outside.
You see
Marson like spits out a little bit of bacon and is like,
You see
I
Eric's
knew it!
eyes go super wide. His normally his eyes are like kind of squinty. He's a pretty old dwarf, you know. He's got a lot of wrinkles and stuff, and he's got this big beard. But his face just drops, and he says, "What did you say to me?"
You're dead, and you have been for a while, and your body's outside buried, and your bones are what we need. You've been our guide all along to guide us to this journey, to open up this throne for us. You've just not known it. And I figured I'd tell you now before you see your gravestone in your own body. Yeah.
He starts running, and you can see he's like looking frantically around on these like gravestones, and then he finds his, and he says, "Oh no, I remember now. I remember. No, I came here. This was a place where they worshipped. No, I can't believe it." And you can see he's kind of like distraught looking at his own grave, but he's not really looking around at you guys. He's just kind of like still in total shock, like speechless.
Sorry, buddy. I'd figured it'd be best to tell you now. That way you, yeah. Sorry.
Kind of looks around. He's like, "This was a good place. I remember building this place. It was a beautiful place, where I worshipped. But now it is not good. I worshipped Paylor up here, and now all of it's gone. And one day the dragons came, and they killed us.
You
Oh,
definitely
but,
chose a very nice place to call it your end. It's got a beautiful view.
You're right. Now my body, it's all messed up. I need to.
And you can see he starts like digging, and he starts to just vanish. Go ahead and roll me persuasion as you're yelling wait. Or you can like attempt to like magically stop him if anybody has anything that they would potentially try and cast on a ghost to stop it from doing something.
Yes, but I don't want to go that far with him. I could just probably, yeah. I'm just gonna try and be like, no, please, no, please.
Alright, unfortunately that is not quite enough. Parson, you see this spectral ghost start digging deeper into the ground. And yeah, what are you two up to? Minea, are you still just kind of over at the stairway?
Is he within 30 feet?
Not exactly. He's I would say he's probably pretty far because he's like through some walls and stuff. These black parts are just runic walls that are sort of still standing, but you can't really see through them. Looks like at one time this temple was large and made of this kind of gray brick, but now it's collapsed and certain walls have remained there, but for now it's mostly destroyed.
Okay, Minea's gonna kind of just gingerly walk out and just kind of look over at where his grave is, and just be like, she's going to use a suggestion.
Oh, okay. Throw it out. Yeah, let's see. Ooh. I wasn't expecting anybody to be like, yeah, actually, we're going to do it. So I'll give it to him. Yeah, okay. So this is, yeah, okay, yeah. And this is wisdom. I can't remember what it is. Yeah, it is. It's always wisdom with this shit. Okay. Edward was only plus 3. Yeah, okay. Because he was a ranger.
Yeah, I did. I want within 5 feet of him. Otherwise, I would have handled him.
Oh, I'm sorry. He definitely passes. He looks at you and he
Dang
says,
I've got to get to my body.
and he starts digging again. Yeah. Anybody else trying anything before he gets into the ground?
Archon will
Can
just
I
like
wa-
speak up and be like, "Well, hey, if I'll tell you, if you give us a hand, maybe we could help you go to rest.
I
Clean up
think
your
this
grave
is
a
why
bit."
we're here. Wait, am I within 5 feet? Okay,
Yo,
the
this
squares are
map
just
is
messed up.
totally messed up. Yeah, I don't know what happened. I think
Oh, I didn't know
just,
if I was within 5 feet of him. Okay.
This is one of the ones that they give you with the DMG, and it just like auto loads, and the way it auto loaded was so weird. I'm like, that's why it had a dynamic lighting on it and stuff. I was like, what the heck?
No, if you want, I can just make a persuasion thing.
Yep, go ahead and
Check.
do that. I'm gonna actually go try and fix it quickly. Not that I need
Yeah,
to.
no, I'm fumbling and don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah, if I can see him digging, I'm just gonna walk over to him.
Yep. What are you thinking as
And
you
I'm
get
just
close
gonna-
to him?
I'm just gonna be like, it's okay, buddy. And I'm gonna attempt to use hypnotic gaze.
Oh, sick! I love this School of Enchantment, right? Yeah, that's where it came from. Yeah,
Yeah.
I love it. All right. Okay.
Look into my eyes. Look into my eyes.
Is
What's
this
wrong
one
to
wisdom
the eyes,
too, or
into the
yeah,
eye?
it is.
Is it all up?
Yeah, I
Everything to
know,
do-
right? There you go. That's got to be a fail, right?
Yeah.
Yes, it is. All right. As you do that, he looks into you and stops digging, and he says,
Your eyes. They're so beautiful.
Minea just starts giggling.
Let's sit for a little bit. I'm just gonna
Alright.
sit him down, and I'm just gonna keep him hypnotized, basically.
sounds good. He's just looking at you, kind of sitting there, like cross-legged. You have the ghost tamed. What do you do? Belle's like, that's a neat trick.
Ah, not so much a trick. A coping mechanism, you could say. When people have a hard time sleeping, it's very good.
Interesting. Maybe I'll get you to use that on me one time.
Minea
Sure
just
thing.
kind of like looks over, like, uh-huh.
She kind of looks back. She's like, I have trouble sleeping sometimes. You know, I just can't put the books away.
Minea just smirks and she's like, yeah, okay.
Fine, strong drink will fix that.
All right, well, what should we do with them? I mean, how long does it last?
For as long as I want.
All right,
Basically, go find him. See if you can figure out what's above his body. If
Anybody
he
got a
was
shovel?
buried with anything.
all right. I've got a little something for this, and she kind of starts to cast Move Earth, I believe, is the one, or it's Shape
Yeah,
Earth. I can't
probably.
remember the
One
name of
them
it.
two.
It is Move Earth. And she begins to slowly dig a trench. Yeah. And she's doing it like she's got good control of her magic, you know. She's like doing it like an archaeologist would, where she's like removing layer by layer, very slowly, almost surgically. And you can see that eventually she does get down to the skeleton at the bottom, and the skeleton has been all like beat up, and big rocks have been pushed through it, breaking some of the bones. And she kind of looks at everyone and she's like, can anyone help with this? It looks like the skeleton's all messed up.
I've got to stay with our buddy up here. If
Oh.
someone else wants to help.
Minea, can you help me? Do you have anything
Manea
for this?
Kinda like, she just kind of looks over.
Broken skeleton? Maybe you can fix the broken skeleton? I'm not sure.
I don't think I can. I'm trying to look and see what I got here.
Oh, okay, no worries. Take your time.
No. I was gonna say, can I suggest it to fix itself?
Maybe if we could like resurrect it and then like somehow like suggest it fixes. No, I don't think it would work actually. Now I think about it, magic's good like that though. Keep thinking. We can maybe combo or something. All right. Well, does anybody have like mending? If not, you might have to repair this somehow physically, or like somehow like, you know, make it right.
I don't have anything. I don't think. I mean, I can press with digitation, but that's about it. It's not gonna do much. I can clean it.
Cleaning might help, but probably not. We need to do something with the skeleton, I think.
Person will climb down in the hole and try to start just putting it back together. That's not bad.
Oh, nice. You arranged the skeleton of this dwarf very well. You know, in your past, you've come across all sorts of people who tried to assail you and yours. And in that time, dwarves, many of them were among them. Some of them from Mistlight Port, or from further down, Teldrin, other places like that. But you know, places that even this guy was from. However, it's not quite perfect, but it's really good. And Belle looks around. She's like, "Oh, that's actually really good. Does anybody have anything else, like a little bit extra? I don't know. Or maybe we could deal with it in some other way. Maybe
So,
somebody could help with the medicine. I don't know."
So what was it they're trying to do? Sorry.
She's trying to fix the skeleton, or trying to deal with the skeleton in some way that Eric will find it, I don't know, appeasing, I guess.
Well, firstly, I'm going to I'm just going to keep the hypnotic pattern. Actually, I'm going to keep using my action for that forever, basically.
All right, she'll call to Minea. She'll be like, "Minea, can you help with the medicine check here? Let's see if you can put this thing together. Come, jump down here." All right, you can roll a medicine check. As you see, Parsons laid the skeleton in a pretty good way, but it just needs a little bit extra finesse to happen. So you can do that, and Drea will come to give you advantage. She'll give you advantage on the check.
Yeah. Okay. Then.
Hey, you
Ah!
didn't even
There you
need it. All right, you find a piece of bone that looked like a rock. And when you pick it up, you're like, "Oh, that's a bone," or you see it, and then you pick it up, and you kind of like put it back in, and it's one of his last vertebrae. And you can see as Eric is looking into your eyes, he gets a little bit happy and calm. He's like, "Oh, I remember now. It's all okay. I'm going back to where I belong." And his body starts to become even more shimmery and see-through, and his actual body starts to fade. He loses the beard, and he becomes just sort of this spectral being of light, and then he kind of winks out of existence with a little bit of blue light. And you can see that there's like a sort of shimmer around the bones for a second, as it seems that you were able to lay his body back to rest in an appeasing way.
Parsons is like, Oh man, I'm glad that worked. I'm glad I didn't have to try to use this. And he like pulled out his mace of disruption.
Oh damn, that would have been great though.
Yeah,
That's
that'd be
actually-
somewhere.
I almost wanted
Last
that to
ditch
happen
effort
now.
there.
But anyways, Drya kinda she like wipes her forehead and she's like, "Oh, I was scared as well. Good job, Anea."
Manea's just like clapping her hands together in a way of brushing the dirt off of her hands, and she's like, "Ah, there we go, all done." She's like, "So what now?"
Belle kind of
Whoa.
looks and she's like, "I think we need to like find like a dragon bone, like Hugo said."
I'll try to like write the tombstone. I don't know if you can do that. Well, that wasn't great, but
No, it's perfect. You like lean it up against the broken part of the fence that's still standing in the ground good enough, and it supports the weight in a way that you can tell it's gonna stay for a pretty good time.
that'll work.
All right. Well, I'm going to fill the this back in, and I guess we could start trying to figure out where a dragon bone would be. Would anybody have an idea of how to locate one?
Not too sure on that one, unfortunately. I'll pull out my little ferret. Hey, buddy, how you doing? You want to try and have a sniff around for me? See if you can, I don't know, find some bones that are a little bit bigger than these.
Nice. Give me yeah, you can give me like a survival, nature, or is it a perception with advantage because it's a weasel?
Perception, yeah.
Yeah,
with
let's go
advantage
with the
from little
perception.
weasel.
Yeah. It's a
It
smell
is gonna
check, so it
be-
is going to be advantage too.
It is 2d20, and then it's just +1. Okay. Oh. Yeah. Oh,
Nice.
yay!
No way, nat 20 on the check. This weasel, man, he's becoming a very integral
Okay.
part. Love it. Okay. Eventually, the weasel goes through the whole graveyard and doesn't find anything. And then you see the weasel going through the whole temple and doesn't really find anything. And you know, it kind of like sniffs around the grave that was just freshly exhumed again to get the scent of bone, and then it immediately kind of gets like a little ping, and it runs all the way over to this area here, this little building over here. And you can see it's kind of like jumping up and down and doing little circles, like quick little circles over this collapsed sort of building over here.
I think my buddies managed to find something. You wanna follow me? I'm gonna go on over.
What the hell's going on with my token here? Oh,
It's because these are meant to be thingy squares, 5-foot squares. But our tokens are 5 foot on the original squares.
now you're normal height. Now it
Yeah.
should work out now.
Yeah.
You aren't
So
babies
the map
anymore.
wasn't big. We were small.
Yeah, you guys were babies. I was wondering what was going on. I was having a little freak out. I was like, I can't get
That
this,
was weird.
whatever. I figured it out. All right. Welcome to being normal human size. No longer has the wild magic stunted your growth. You have become adult humans again once, or elves in certain cases. Tieflings, whatever. Belle is like looking at this ferret jumping up and down, weasel, and she's like, "Oh, yeah, he's definitely found something here."
Yeah, for sure. You wanna let me know if you can find anything? He thinks he's found
Yeah.
something.
I can start digging again, yeah.
Yeah, sounds like a plan. Good.
Yeah, so after a little while, Belle digs deep down, and because you had such a good check, she knows exactly where it is, and she's able to find not only a dragon skull, but many pieces of a small dragon bone. It appears that some sort of dragon was buried in this little mini mausoleum over here that looks like it's been raided, or at least everything that was in it has been taken out, and it's just sort of an abandoned stone building. But she does produce the buried body of a young dragon, and you can see the majority of the whole thing is still intact.
Oh, good job there, Gun. Good job, little guy.
Wow, that guy's really handy.
Yeah.
All right, so I guess we gotta use the dragon bone somehow. I don't really know. Any of you have an idea how we could use it to open the door, maybe?
Maybe take it to the door first. I mean, see if it's like a contact thing. Things might light up or make sense once we're down there.
All right. Belle gets back down to the door, and you all have like whatever type of dragon bone you want to retrieve from there. And she says, "Well, I don't know. Maybe give it a try. Just touch it."
Yeah, just kind of touch the dragon bone to the wall.
Yeah, at this point, nothing happens, and you get the sense that there's probably another step to this. And Belle kind of looks. She's like, You know, I was mostly able to just use magic on the last one. Maybe if we could find out more about this door, maybe we could figure out what it means. I know we've got the riddle already, but maybe something about the gem or something about the temple itself.
Actually, yeah. So, is what's being depicted on the door?
You see another dragon orb. So, you see kind of like this etched crystal with black dragons on it. It's circular, but on the outside it has these very sharp points of different like dragon wings and claws and teeth that if you were to like put your hand on it, you would have to be very careful about where you place it, because you might accidentally slice yourself or puncture yourself.
So, what? It's all sharp, you said?
Yeah, like it's like on the door there's a half dome that represents a dragon orb. The dragon orb has on top of it, beyond being just a normal orb or sphere, it has etched dragons on it. They're kind of embedded into the top of it. It's not a full dragon, just like more the wings and claws and some of the teeth and like the head coming out. And yeah, if you were a little clumsy with it, you might cut yourself on it because it's etched with like these really sharp crystals, it seems. I might have I have like
Can I kind of grind some of the bone on it?
Oh yeah, you can definitely do that. Go ahead and yeah, as you do that, let me just think here. Yeah, nothing happens, but you can. It's sharp enough to like you could grind the bone.
Oh. Kind of take my finger and like purposely like cut it on it.
All right. At this point, it doesn't seem to do anything, but Belle kind of comes to you after, and she says, that actually works when you have a real one. Did you know that?
A real one.
Yeah, like if this was not like a fake representation of a dragon orb, and you were to cut yourself, I think it like makes it so that you can do things with it.
Oh, well, I have no idea. I just
Well, that's how
No.
the last one worked. I don't know how all of them work though, but the green one, that's kind of what you had to do. When I was sitting in the snow, I actually had to activate it with some blood, I believe.
okay.
Maybe try like I mean, can you put blood on the orb on the door, not like the teeth? I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not really.
At this point, I'll give everybody an Arcana check as you're trying to, or investigation as you start to look around the door, and you think about the ways that different items might interact with magic things.
I'll use the arcane knowledge. 'Tis beseech to me.
Haha, mine's better.
Good. Please tell me the answer, because Hugo doesn't know.
Okay, Minea, you know that most of your magic depends on sound, and you get the feeling that this magic probably could work the same. It's very common for you to just speak something and then something happens, and so you come up with the idea that maybe the bone is just the conduit, and you might need to say something to open the door.
Manea just kind of looks at the door and she's like pondering, and then she goes, Hugo, how do you say in Draconic,
Open sesame.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like, how do you say open the door or whatever? Or just open?
He's gonna send Draconic open.
As you do that, you see a little bit of glow emanate from the orb, and there's like a little bit of connection as black energy reaches out to the dragon bone. However, when it reaches, it kind of recoils, and it seems that you have the right idea, but you've spoken the wrong command word. And Belle kind of looks back, and she's like, "Oh, I think I might know what it is. Wait, pass it over here." And she asks for the dragon bone.
Hand it on over.
Okay, let me try this. And she walks up, and she's like, I think I remember something like this. I'm just grabbing the right handout right now so I get the right name. Ah, yeah, she's like,
Dracarys.
she's like,
No.
Gyarados. And then the door starts to crack open, and she's like, looks to you all, and she's like, that's the name of the dragon that this temple is dedicated to.
Well, let's hope he's not in there.
She kind of,
Manea
like,
just turns,
laughs.
laughs.
Yeah, she's like laughing, and she's like, actually, I think I think he is. You see, each of the orbs, it actually contains a dragon, and that means that he's probably in here somewhere, but that's why I want to find him, because I think the orb hunters want him, and I don't know what they're up to, but it's probably not anything good.
Well, no sense standing outside the door. Might as well go in.
All right.
Good work then, by the way. You know, wouldn't have really thought of that too much.
Okay, I'm just getting everything set up on the next map. But yeah, Belle also chimes in too, and she's like, yeah, Manea, actually, I wouldn't have thought of that at all. It's only because you had such good insight with the arcane ways there that I even thought of that, so thanks for the hint.
And she just kind of like smiles at both of them and she's like, no problem. It's what I'm here for, I guess.
Okay. So this is going to be a quick standby as I set up your dark vision on your token for realsies. So I'll go each by each of you. I think our little tiefling friend, do you have 120? Is that you who would have superior dark vision?
Yes.
Okay. So I'm going to set your tokens up right now as you guys are going to start plummeting into what looks to be some sort of temple that was, used to house Gyaradox.
What race is Belle? Just off top, or out of curiosity. I don't know if we ever talked about it.
Belle is, I think, a half-elf, so she's either elf or half-elf. She's like kind of human. She might actually just be human.
No, she's half elf.
There we go. I was like, it's written somewhere, and I'm pretty sure it's half-elf. Yeah.
Well, she's the closest to human of all of us.
Yeah, that's why it made me think about it. And you had Edward, and I was like, he's human too. Was she like him? And I always thought she was, but only because she's half. Anyways. So I've got your token set up, Manea. Parson, you would have 60, right?
Correct.
Oops, I set 120. I don't know why I did that. I was thinking about Dry. I'm like, I think she has. Anyways. She has something with her Eldritch Sight. I think it's Devil's Sight.
She can't see in magical darkness.
Yeah, exactly.
Or
She
total
doesn't.
Darkness, as if it was normal light.
Yeah. You guys have a lot of darkness in this. I think she can cast darkness too, so she can cast it on herself and then see. Hugo! 60, right?
Yeah, I'm normal.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Sorry. Anyways. Oh, now reset this. Just getting your positioning. Oh, I gotta reset your sizes again. And then I'm gonna bring you to a new map as well. All right, now we are going to get into some dynamic lighting. You all should be working so you can move around this map freely. You sort of enter into this weird chamber area. It's all like kind of wood. And you can see there's sort of a large, what looks to be like some sort of speaking platform in the middle of this area out here. It's carpeted, and so you see these carpeted and wood rooms, and you can all see this, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can start moving freely about the map now as Belle kind of is looking around in awe. She's like, I've never been in here. I don't know what's going to be in this place, but be ready for anything, you guys.
Yeah. Definitely keep your eyes open because shit can be wacky in here. Speaking of which, if you wanted to wait 10 minutes, I could see if I could detect magic within here to identify anything like that might harm us, but that's up to you guys. Otherwise, we can just proceed.
I mean, I'm fine with
Being cautious
waiting.
probably isn't a bad idea.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I mean, I can see pretty much a lot of things in here, So I'm not really scared, but yeah, you should probably do that in case there's something I can't see.
In which case, I will ritually cast Detect Magic.
Sounds good. Belle will kind of like watch over you and kind of like look around just a little bit while you guys stand together. Okay, and detect magic is 30 feet, correct?
30 feet, yes. Detecting the schools of magic. Boom.
Oh yeah, I gotta change that too. Okay, 1 second. This is another DMG one where it's just like pre-built, but they don't have the right square grid distance stuff. Oh my gosh. What's going on here? Oh, I changed the wrong one. Oy vey.
No, my light. Ooh. Ooh, we're dancing.
Yeah, I was making you dance a bit there. I just want to get this right, so I think I actually have to do one last thing.
Okay, you do you. Oh, you got squares within your squares.
I think you got it now.
Yes. That was so fucked. I hate when that shit's like that. Anyways, sorry about that. Now you can start to sense things that are around you.
Ooh.
Okay. Yeah, feel free to start exploring this area. Oh, nice. Yeah, we'll just put it. Why wouldn't we just do that? And yeah, you can see all of your friends are magical. But we'll see how it goes. So yeah, you guys come down the stairs. Hugo's going towards the platform here. Rest in peace, Edward. And you
So
see
we get
you're
close enough.
entering into what seems to be some sort of like common study space or some sort of area where you would have a communal learning place. Maybe it's a student area where there was teaching. Maybe it was just like a vocation room where they would speak. But there's also a bunch of writing and a bunch of old pieces of ink and implements all around here.
We're just kind of scanning for anything valuable.
Sure, roll investigation.
Oh, where'd my... I must accidentally close my sheet. Hang on.
Dry is gonna hang behind you, and she's gonna give you guidance on that. I hope you find something. Yeah, I don't really know what's valuable. I was kind of, just brought up with a lot of stuff, so. All right,
What
10
does guidance give?
plus a D4. And I guess she's aiding you, so I guess I'll give you advantage. So we'll count it as a 17. It looks like what is around here is mostly just like inks and papers and different implements for geometry, kind of like an engineering workshop. There's not a lot of what I would consider like traditional treasure, but there is a lot of just like implements, and what you could even discern a couple kits with the 17. We'll go with that. That you find a navigator's kit, and I think it's cartography one. The other one, I don't know. Yeah, but you get it. You can find these like the tools to essentially cobble together a kit for navigation. Navigator's tools.
We'll definitely take that because I have proficiency in navigator's tools.
Oh yeah, you would. Yeah, and cartographer's tools. I knew that was one. I didn't even have to look it up, even though I did. So Hugo, you haven't detected anything yet. Nothing magical around the speaking platform.
Okay, yeah, that's what I wanted to just double check that this wasn't emanating anything.
Belle's kind of looking around. She's like, "Oh wow, look at all this stuff. This is nice." But yeah, with like a basic perception, you can tell that this area was a place where people discussed and researched a variety of different academic research areas.
Hugo's going to be trying to look at all the books.
Sounds good. Hugo, when you hit about this point, you realize that there's a door here at the very bottom of this. And these two stone doors are the only thing magical beyond you and your friends here. And I guess once you get... Just put your token to the door, too, just to see, because you'll probably... I assume... I don't know how close you'll get, but whatever. Okay. No, that's fine. All right. Okay, so yeah, you get to this door, and you get a ping... Pardon me, off this magical door here.
What school of magic is it?
Oh, ooh. Let me check quick. I believe it'll be either abjuration or conjuration. One sec.
If it's arcane lock, it's abjuration.
Oh no, it's evocation. This is why I look things up.
Potentially harmful then. Wonderful. Well, that door down there is emanating magic. Seems to be evocation. Not 100% sure on what it entails though. So, I would advise caution until we think we've dealt with anything before proceeding with that door.
Okay, sounds good to me.
So, what have we found so far?
Well, I found some navigation tools. Nobody minds. I'm gonna hang on to them. I kind of know how to use them.
Oh yeah, you keep them.
As you guys kind of look around too, you can use your arcane knowledge to try and maybe read some of the stuff that's on these desks that pertain to sort of the knowledge. I guess that's a room, hey? That's actually just a room. That's not even a stage.
This like green thing? Yeah, it's like its own room.
Yeah, that's, I guess, the debate room, we'll call it. That's where people, you gain the sense, would stand on one side of each of the room in the area, and they would debate about something. There's a weird little green table that's about 1 foot across in the middle of it, I guess. I don't know.
I rolled 15. Is there anything on this table I can figure out?
Yeah, somebody was dealing in force magic, invisible barriers, and it seems that they were talking about upgrading the whole temple with different invisible barriers that people would have to, if they ever tried to break in, would have to deal with. And yeah, you being a tiefling, what languages do you speak again?
1 second. Common and infernal.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll just leave it alone then for now. But yeah, you see that there's some sort of writing pertaining to invisible barriers and this guy was trying to figure out ways to install them in the temple.
I found papers here that has some writing on it. I have no idea what it says though.
Oh. Bring it over here. Have a quick little scan through, see if I understand it. If not, I can decipher it later.
There you go.
Is there a way to just... There you go.
Nice. Yeah, okay. Well, yeah, see, you got a lot of them. Okay. Probably should have checked your sheet. I saw most people don't have many. Like, Parson just has, like, orc, right? And
Yeah.
elf.
Common, elvish, and orcish.
Yeah, okay, anyways. Yeah, so, you can read that somebody who is probably like a dragonborn or maybe working with the dragons has written in a little note, and all it says is, you need a focus, and it's just like one little note written in Draconic, and it says you need a focus, and that is kind of like an add-on. It looks like somebody like scribbled something out that was talking about just trying to like have it perpetually cast on, like enchanting an object, and then this later edition talks about having a focus.
It mentions about needing a focus. So I'm guessing something's being constantly cast or channeled. Right, well, I wonder what's casting it. I guess we'll have to find out.
Does anybody have any ways to like deal with magic or anything like that? Is anybody really good at like, just fucking magic up or something?
It depends what you mean. To dispel it, no. To cancel out its effects during its casting stages, yes.
Oh, I see. You're good at like stopping other people casting.
Yeah, exactly. But not dismissing magic.
Well, like, I don't know, how strong do you think it could be? Like, maybe we could break through it somehow or something.
Well, if it's been actively cast, then sure. But I need to see it being cast.
I mean, if you need something broken, I can break it. Pretty strong. Well,
Do you have like a magic weapon or something? All I have is this staff, so I'm not really good at that.
well, I've got this mace. It's technically a magic weapon.
Oh, might be useful. Though I'd advise caution against hitting the door.
Yeah.
I'd say go for it, but just be ready.
I mean, if you guys want me to try, I'll hit the door.
I'll leave that up to everyone else to decide. I don't want to, yeah.
You
So
go ahead.
set your
I'm just
fate.
gonna back up.
All right,
Yeah.
we're gonna give this a shot then.
All right, so you're using your magic mace that you got from the D100 roll, right?
Yeah, my mace of disruption.
Sick. You just hit it, and then I'll go look it up too. Is there anything like specific about it beyond the extra? Isn't it radiant damage?
It is. Let's see here.
Yeah, radiant damage. All right, and let's see.
Did you read it? Or no?
Yeah, if you want to read it, you can go ahead.
This is when you hit a fiend or an undead with this magic weapon, that creature takes an extra 2d6 radiant damage. If the target has 25 hit points or fewer after taking this damage, it must succeed on a DC 15 Wisdom saving throw or be destroyed.
I
Hit
think that's
points.
undead.
Will save.
That's
Yeah,
interesting.
it's only on undead. Yeah, but
Yeah,
I mean,
that's
you
for
know,
undead only. Unless the doll's undead. I'd be very scared then.
yeah,
Oh.
that might be a little scary. But it does shed light. I just realized that. But not further than what I can already see.
Okay, wait. So the second part of this, where it says if the target, that only applies to undead things? Or does it apply to all
Think
targets?
so.
I got
If the
'cause-
target has. I'm gonna copy and paste it in the chat just to make it.
Yeah, that's interesting. That's really interesting. Because it might just have that innate planar power, but it also seems to be tied to the undead thing.
Yeah, I think it might be only on the undead thing.
Let's go check the Goog quick. I've never come to this either, so we'll see. I think it's the same thing though, where it's like even though it's vague later on, it's still tied to the main use of it. This is what happens when you get new magic items in. What's up? Yep, yeah, it's only that way. Okay. But it does have hit. Well, no, that doesn't apply. Okay. So, well, I'll just take. How much damage did it do? We'll take the radiant. Yeah, okay. Okay, so as you hit it continually, you see each time this magic weapon is having some sort of impact on it. You're not sure exactly how much of an impact, but you can tell it's sort of making this, what would be normally an invisible barrier in front of this door, shimmer and shake a little bit when you hit it. You see these sort of iridescent waves clatter out from your mace. It seems
like
the
a-
magic damage is
Oh.
doing it too, the radiant is specifically.
I mean, I can keep hitting it. What do you guys think?
Are you sure? I mean, yeah, but only if you're like okay.
I mean, it hasn't hurt me. I'm good.
Yeah, I'll just keep hitting it. I don't know if you want me to roll for like every time or.
Nope. I think, I'm just reading the way that the magic interacts here. So I'm just doing a quick magic interaction, but I think that this would be good. Dryia will just come up and she'll like help you for a little while. It does take you a long time. You can tell you're like sort of chipping out the energy of this. Yeah, and then eventually you can tell that Dryia sort of hits it with sort of like a nat 20, like a critical hit, and it starts to crack and shimmer with both of you working together. And just for this, I'm gonna go ahead and say that the mace helps a lot with the disrupting nature of it, even though it's still just like it's just a light thing, but it seems to be helping. So just to be clear, none of you have dispel magic, hey?
No, no.
Okay. I just
Not yet,
throw
at least.
puzzles at people. I don't know if they got the solutions.
I have counter charm.
Yeah, it's
No, I
not.
have counter spell, but no, not
Yeah, they're
dispel
not. They're not
magic.
quite the same.
Yeah.
No worries. So, as you're able to do this, I'm gonna say that it takes quite a long time, but you do crack through it, and you can hear somewhere deeper within a shattering sound. You're not exactly sure where it comes from, but it comes from deeper within the doors. Yeah, now you can access the doors, and let me see here. Yeah, they're locked, but they're just regular stone doors, very similar to the stone that the temple was built out of, and that this area is built out of.
All right, guys. I think we're through the magic part. Anybody good at getting through doors? I think the door's locked.
Belle kind of looks around. She's like, "Does anybody have some sort of thieves' tools or anything like that? Anybody good like that?"
No. Not my specialty.
All right, I'll use a little bit more of my magic. I think she can open this up. One sec. I'm gonna use stone shape. So she's gonna like shape a passage through the wall. Essentially, it's the wall is less than 5 feet thick, and she can use it to make a door essentially. And she makes a little door on the side, and she's like, "All right, we can go through now. I'm not sure if I want to be the first though." And so right in front of her right now is just sort of this door. She kind of moves off to the side.
I can go first. If we woke something up, it'll hit me. And he'll walk in.
Wicked. All right, before you see sort of a weirdly shaped room. This room is kind of differently constructed than the other rooms, and it seems like it was maybe an add-on, a later idea. And the stonework in it is different, but you do see two similar doors as the ones before, to the left and the right here. And you can see that, let me just see what you can actually see. Oh yeah, you can't see through the doors, good. Yeah, so you see two more doors, one to the left and one to the right.
Room's clear, just more doors. I hope they don't have that magic field on them.
All right, Belle kind of pushes through and gets into the room with you. So does Drya. Well, what do you think we should do? I don't know which way, left or right. It seems like a 50-50 on this one.
You've always got to make the right choice.
Belle kind of laughs at that.
Manea's... Okay, I'm going to roll a d20. Left is going to be anything under 10.
All right, sounds good. I love the chaos. So right.
All right.
All right, we're all going right. Right is right, apparently. All right, Hugo, as you get into the area of this door, you realize that it is also locked, but it is what can I say? It's not magical. That's what. I was gonna say unmagical.
Mundane.
Very normal door. But once again locked.
Anybody got a way through, or am I breaking this one down too?
Well, we have no way in, so yeah.
You want to give it a shot?
Because I don't want to break it down with a sword. I'll break it down with... Keep going with the mace.
All right,
It was
we'll
good
give
for
you
something.
guidance from our weirdly built warlock that has a bunch of different spells. Oh, okay. I guess it would be advantage too because she's gonna help you after that. So we'll say you go ahead and just boof it right open. Let me know how it looks as you just go ahead and crash through.
Person kind of like takes a step back and just takes a running... just gets through the double doors with one swing.
Nice. And you see that Drya is like kind of behind him. She like gives him guidance and then runs with him, and you can feel her slam into your back, and with that extra little push, you guys blast through into this area.
As fast as we were going, I'll just say we probably went straight into the room.
Oh, of course. Yeah, it's actually quite a small little... she tumbles over you, and it's kind of like a tight little area. There is another door to the top, and then you see something kind of glowing. It looks like a glowing ruin on the ground, and it's moving. It's like the ruin is moving, and it looks like stars, and is very, very complicated. Thousands of little lines all spread out to make this sort of like galaxy-looking gate on the ground, and it's continually moving on the ground.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Hey guys, there's like a thing in here.
Oh, let me see. Oh, that's weird.
Huh.
And as you all pile in, you can all roll me Arcana to see if you would know what this kind of rune on the ground, this type of stuff would mean. Oh, and you're there with Detect Magic. You know... oof, I better get you the right 1 second. Give me a here. And you got a 23, so this is really good. Alright, yeah, it's totally conjuration. So, you know this is some sort of teleportation gate. With a 23, you have the innate sense that this is a planar gate, as there's sort of like what looks to be the markings of a connection through the astral sea to some sort of other plane. You can read on the ground through your knowledge of arcane glyph work that there are symbols that connect your plane, the material plane, to the astral sea and then to another plane. You don't know what the other plane is, but you know that this is tethered to another plane, and that beings or whatever creatures would come through this gate, or could, and they would be coming from a different plane, and they would be using the astral sea as a sort of conduit to travel, and then they would arrive in this space in front of you.
Well, I recommend not stepping into that.
And you can tell it's a one-way, as the way a teleportation circle works, which is a spell where a circle has to be put down on the ground, and then people can just travel right to it, but you can't travel out of it really. This is like a one-way zap in, essentially. You can see Belle kind of getting close to it, looking at all the arcane glyph work.
Don't get closer, please.
Oh, I'm just sorry. It's just so fascinating. I've never seen a teleportation circle quite like this.
Yeah, I'm sure you don't want to end up disappearing through it.
Okay, well, we know this is here, I guess. I don't know. Where do you think it leads?
Maybe another tower?
Oh, maybe, yeah. Or another temple or something? Oh, maybe.
Yeah, let's come to this room last. And only in an emergency, really.
Okay, sounds good with me.
But you said it was one way, right?
Yeah, it appears to be one way, so it wouldn't be a very good egress unless you had some sort of way of converting the magic to your own, I don't know, abilities or something.
No, not yet, not yet.
Well, let's leave it here and proceed to the other door.
This one's just open, and as you guys open it, you see a shattered crystal amongst the ruins in the far corner. It appears that this is where the arcane focus was for the door. You guys have to kind of go down these stairs quite a subterranean way. It's like, 10 feet down or whatever.
So I guess we go left. See what's on the other side.
What was this in the center?
It seems to be sort of a relief of the dragon Garadax. He is there in his full form, and you can see kind of he's just a black dragon, but he's a very old one, and he looks quite domineering in this effigy. Okay, yeah, these doors are open as well, so you can go inside and look.
What's that thing?
All right. As you enter, you see a large, black and somewhat opaque crystal, and you see many other little opaque crystals around. They're spheres, and they're about 5 feet, but the larger one has grown to about 20 feet in diameter, and it looks to be sitting sort of just on a pedestal there, and you can see inside of it, all of the black energy has sort of formed into what looks to be some sort of mutated arachnid, and it seems that this visage or body shape of an arachnid is sort of mutilated. It has eyes in places it shouldn't. It has these like pincers in places it shouldn't. It doesn't quite have the same amount of legs and all that. But around it, you see all of these other little spider babies locked away in these other small spheres. And you can see they all seem to be in some sort of stasis. Let me see, too. Yeah, you would be blowing up right now, Hugo, as your detect magic is detecting magic. All the spheres are magic. And yeah, the one in front of you seems to be, all they're all magic. There we go.
I'm gonna turn it off, my detect magic. I don't want to see all this shit anymore.
Sounds good. I was gonna ask too how long it lasts, because I think we're coming up to the end of the 10 minutes, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So sure, yeah, you can go ahead and turn that off. As you see that all of these spheres are magically containing some sort of, spider beasts. I think some of them are even different beasts.
Well, this is a weird room.
Yeah, not a fan of this.
Yeah, you guys can also roll your perception or investigation checks as you enter this room, seeing all these orbs and their contents. Okay, yeah, so, some of them seem to be just regular items. Some of them seem to be, snakes or small spiders. Other ones, scorpions and stuff. But there also seems to be just like a few little separate items. Some of them are like pieces of metal. Yeah, they all the spheres seem to contain different pieces or items or creatures. And Minea, you get the feeling that what's in front of you, with a 25 perception, as you sort of peer into this the main sphere, you get the feeling that has something to do with Gyarados the Dragon Crystal. It looks like his crystal has been corrupted extremely far, and it is now moving into some sort of spidery visage. Instead of staying as just a orb inside of this protective bubble, it's starting to shape change, and it's the orb itself, the orb of Dragonkind, is starting to take on the form of a spider.
So Manea's gonna kind of move closer to the orb and like peer into it, and her eyes are like just kind of narrowed a bit, and she's like, I think I see an orb in here, but it's not normal. It looks like it's changing its I don't know how to explain. It looks like a spider.
Yeah, Belle comes over and she confirms it. She's like, "Oh my God, you're right, Manea. You're right again. What a coincidence. That's quite a few in today. But anyways, no. Now that you mention it, I realize you're right. That is the dragon orb in there. It seems that it's being corrupted somehow, quite heavily."
Yeah, I'm not so sure this is a good thing.
Yeah, I'll bring it
Hmm.
up.
Yes, this is quite worrying. I wonder if there's a way we could extract it. I wouldn't want it to fall into the hands of the Whalo Faradir or the Orb Hunters.
Oh, so what do you recommend we do here?
Well, I think we need to find a way to dispel this, and I'm not exactly sure if we have all the abilities. But maybe there's another focus somewhere, or I don't know. But if we get all the orbs open, then we can grab it and go. But I'm not sure. It seems some of these creatures are just being held in stasis, and you can kind of see that. Yeah, the creatures that are in the orbs, the little spiders and snakes and stuff, they're all sort of in stasis. It looks like they aren't particularly dead or rotten. It looks like they're just being held in some sort of stasis.
Well, I wouldn't want to really dispel it in case all these become undispelled. Anyway.
Yeah, I know what you mean. It seems like a pretty big problem. Maybe there's a way we could just, like, get it out without having to dispel the bubble. I don't know. I'm just trying to think here.
So, out of curiosity, can you just give me the bone a second?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Here you go.
I'm just gonna poke the bone at the bubble orb thing.
Sounds good. Yeah, as you do that, it doesn't really do anything. It seems that the bone, it's not doing anything right now.
So it's just hitting and not passing through.
Yeah, it seems like it's like just hitting it, and then that's about it.
Okay.
So I was thinking, there is one thing that we might be able to do. I was able to peer into one of them and try and connect with it. It was a bit of a process, and you have to be pretty charismatic. But if you can do it, you can kind of bend the orb to your will, and then maybe we could get it to break out or something. I don't know. Maybe that would work. Or maybe we could, like, cast some sort of spell on it or something and make it think about something.
I have no idea what you're trying to say. You're talking about things that I have no idea of.
Oh, okay. Well, like, there's a
well-
dragon in there, and he's in there, and maybe we can connect with the dragon if we can't get rid of the bubble.
He's actually in there though? Yeah?
Yeah, no, like, actually there is a dragon inside the gems.
Oh, okay. So then if we were like, I can suggest something. I just don't know if it's going to work. It didn't last time.
Oh, yeah, actually, yeah, that would work. I mean, you could use your magic to try and like charm it, I guess. Yeah, if you want to charm it, go ahead. You could try. I think that would work, actually.
Okay, so I'm going to use suggestion.
Okay, all right, here we go. What's your DC again?
15.
Sick, let's roll.
Oh no, 14?
No, that's for description only.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, 15.
I'm just gonna check if Drya can help you in any way on this. I feel like she has one thing that I just want to check. She might be able to help with. Although it's a save, right? Oh, it would be a save. Never mind. I don't think she can. All right. Here it comes. Ooh, so I
Beats
just
it.
I just met it and beat it. So
Yeah, I was
Um,
like, damn it.
what were you trying to suggest though? Because you get the feeling that that what you try to suggest when I give you the response, you'll get the feeling that it almost worked.
What did Bella kind of want, or Bella want to get it to do?
I think she suggested just trying to get it to break out, or to if you could bend it to your will, that it might be able, you would essentially be able to like attune to it and gain powers from it. So there was either you could try and tame it, or you could just try and tell it to break out of the sphere.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so Manea would have suggested, hey, that looks cramped. Why don't you come on out?
All right, and you can hear from inside your mind some sort of deep voice in response to this, and it's kind of just like, but you get the sense that there's something in there that you've awoken, and that maybe if you keep trying, you might be able to crack through.
I'm going to use persuasion, I guess, and just be like, ooh, wait. Can I put a luck point on myself?
Nope. But you can get them to You can't get them to re-roll. Nope, there's not what you can do.
At this point, no, but you could have used luck to re-roll. I think your check there.
Head
No,
check?
I meant that I was like, can I use luck to use persuasion just now?
Oh, let me just see about luck here. So, you get 3 points whenever you do the roll, ability check, or saving throw. And it wasn't an attack roll, actually, so it wouldn't have procced on that earlier one. But if you were to do an ability check on persuasion, you would have luck. So yeah, go ahead. Now that you've got its attention, try and persuade it to break out, or at least whatever you're going to try and persuade it.
Alright, so I'm gonna try and persuade it to, like, come on, sleepyhead, come on out. But it says you choose which of the d20s is used for the ability check, blah blah blah. So what am I doing? Am I just clicking on persuasion?
Yeah, you'll roll persuasion, and then when it happens, it will stop, and then I'll ask you, do you want to use your luck on it? Because you can choose to use it or not.
So I would say yes, use it, because you get to choose which one anyway.
Yes.
Okay.
Gonna use the luck point.
Okay, so then, yeah, you can roll the next one. I won't include the second one. We'll just go ahead and do the next re-roll.
So I'm hitting persuasion again?
Yep, we'll just say that you re-roll it. Now you can choose the 14 or the 9.
Yeah, 14.
All right, he says one more time.
No. Last time I was abused.
She just kind of goes, guys, this poor dragon was abused last time and it doesn't want to come out. Oh, what do we do?
Well,
This is up to you, really. I'm not capable of doing anything, so it's entirely within your hands. Whatever you deem appropriate.
I will say you got the sense you were closer with your suggestion than you were with your luck persuasion roll.
Yeah. Can I use suggestion again?
Yeah, you can
You've
keep
got
using it.
spell slots for it.
He can't really escape, so you can use it as many times as you have slots for it yet.
All right. So I will use it again. Suggestion.
This time, he fails. And you can hear from inside your mind this kind of grumbling again, that long, drawn-out grumbling. And then he says, I think it's time to leave. And you start to see the mandibles tap a little bit on this magic dome that surrounds him, this bubble. You see his long legs start to reach out and tap in places. And as this tapping starts to intensify and starts to go a lot faster, you can see that cracks around the dome are starting to open up. Spectral, glowing, blue, magical cracks of energy. And as it starts to glow brighter and brighter with multiple fissures, eventually the light becomes almost blinding. And as it fades, you turn back and you see you have released the this dragon orb that has been corrupted into the form of some sort of almost spider creature, and it says to you, "Thank you." And I think we're gonna end our session there. Gotta hang on a cliffhanger.
Yeah. Plus, I kind of gotta get out of here. I gotta
Me
go
too.
to work.
Yep. So all right, thanks for being here, guys and girls, and we'll be back again for next Sunday. I'll probably pick up somebody for next Sunday. Hopefully, we'll get someone involved in this, and and hopefully we'll have Drya back. And in the meantime, if you guys have anything you want to talk to me about, hit me up on the Discord.
Yes, no problemo.
Okie doke.
Awesome. All right. Well, thanks for being
Sounds
here.
good.
I appreciate it.
Ciao.
Yep.
Ciao,
Bye.
ciao.
See you guys later.
Bye. All right, thanks for tuning in, all. I'm going to shut the stream down. Have a good day. And next time, I'll probably have my avatars up for all the people. But until then,